Welcome, everybody, to today's episode. All right, previously on TCC, the party has come to Eurosa at the behest of Mark IV to join in a remembrance ceremony that had to do with a major battle that he was a part of, called the Battle of Varglass. And as you guys arrive, you are immediately brought into a situation where Mwilla, one of the sisters at the local chapel, is trying to get rid of some spirits that you guys happen to notice on your way into Eurosa, where they're worried that this is going to ruin the celebrations or the memorial services of this battle. And you guys handedly are able to scare people into telling you exactly what happened and where they got, how these spirits managed to come out and not lay in peace. After which, the next day, you guys are awakened by some bell tolls that is starting the Toll of the Fallen, which was a big parade where people came through to remember those that had fallen, with this obelisk that rose up out of the ground that has all the names of fallen people on this obelisk, which then moved into going into the March of Valor that Mark IV was able to participate in, and at which point you all, folders have fallen, were able to, some of you had noticed Bryce Felid that was marching in this parade along with other soldiers that had been part of the battle. And eventually, as the evening came by, you were able to participate in what was called the Vigil of Lights, which is where the townspeople and soldiers and clerics and monks were able to launch these lanterns with the names of a fallen person on their lanterns, whether it was a family member or just a fellow soldier. And at this time, Yeleni and Rathgar and Mark IV happened to notice a person that was off the side of everybody else that was very distraught, very emotional throughout this whole ceremony, that Yeleni was actually able to notice that this person had a headband very similar to what Rathgar and Mark IV were wearing. As Yeleni began to talk to this man, you found out that this was Callum Redwine, who was the orphan Brit's father, who was separated from his daughter several months before, and who he had assumed she had died because he had been looking for her and not able to find her. And Yeleni was able to convince him to stick around for one more day of the ceremonies so that you guys could take him back to Zadash to reunite him with his daughter. And then you all then began trying to investigate, trying to find if you could find Felid, where you had noticed that there were some pumpkin seeds found near the tavern and a few that were found at the displaced campsite where it is assumed that Felid probably was, and a drunk soldier was able to describe that there were 3 or 4 people that were scuffling with another person, and that they had all gone, but he didn't know from which direction because he couldn't see straight to begin with. And you all tried to investigate to find who, if anybody had seen Bryce, if anybody knew who Bryce was, but were not able to get any kind of answers from that. And eventually were able to kind of call it in for the night, Oh, and then we did also have, I'm sorry, we did have a existential crisis of Mwilla in her faith as Mark IV began to talk to her and made her sway from the faith that she had grown up in, and she ended up leaving the chapel, throwing off her habit and leaving the chapel for no one to find later. She has now disappeared, running off, crying, as Dulaka was up on the roof scouting, watching this person running away with 4 people chasing. You're just saying, wait. And eventually you all had completed trying to find this investigation, and eventually all went back to your rooms to go ahead and sleep. And that's where we had left things off. As the morning sun crests the eastern walls of Eurosa, the city is starting to get a little bit of a buzz of excitement. You have people that are setting up booths. You've got people that are setting up places to sell some food, some souvenirs, things like that. You all are still asleep in your rooms as you might be stirring awake slightly as you're hearing the birds overhead. And excuse me. I apologize in advance if I'm going to be coughing a lot. Out in the old battlefield that you have not been able to see yet, that there is a lot of rough arenas and things like that are set up and things for the day's journeys. However, as you guys are slowly starting to stir awake, you begin to have massive banging on your doors, all of you. Every room in the inn has people banging on the doors, and people say, "Hey, wake up! Everybody up! Everybody out! Everybody out here now!"
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I'm in the middle of my morning bath. Can it wait a moment?
Now! And they're just
the door.
banging on the doors very
What's up,
hard.
man?
Hey, I'm in the middle of my morning bath. Can you wait a second?
Did I have Mom in the room with me?
Yes.
I'm going to send Mom and fling the door open and
I'm just gonna open the door.
to whoever's.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
She shrieks and grabs the nearest towel.
So, Yami, when you open up the door, you see uniformed Crown's Guard that are at your door. And one of them just starts talking to you. "Come with us. We've got some questions."
Questions about what? Oh, I'm sorry. It's the morning. Questions about what?
What are you doing?
What do you need?
We'll explain. You just need to come with us.
Well, can't you
Hrothgar
explain
opens
now
her-
before I go run off with somebody I don't know?
No.
We're Crown's Guard, you dolt.
But what do you need? Where are we going?
Would you rather go in shackles or just come with us now? We just have some questions.
All right, and I'll go with them.
Okay. Then the people that are at Rathic's door, they startle immediately. They're just like, "Oh, shit!" And they back up away from the door, hit their backs against the wall opposite the door.
What do you want? Yeah.
You mind getting your pet? Just take him back. We just have some questions. We need to
Okay.
talk to you.
You could have knocked nicely instead of trying to pound the door down.
Hey, you know that's what we do, right?
All
So
right.
we're just trying to get people's
Bring-
attention, get everybody on out.
Bring Mom back.
People might have been asleep. Let's go. Come on.
Hrothgar
Okay.
opens her door and like pulls it open and like face plants in front of them and goes, "Oh my god! It's so loud! It's so loud!"
They eventually get all of you corralled.
Yeah.
Can we get breakfast on the way?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
hungry.
And as they get you corralled, you see this a human. He's not wearing Crown's Guard attire, but he is wearing kind of some of the symbols that you have noticed to be lawgivers or lawmasters. And he starts pacing in front of all of you And it's just you guys at this moment in this one side room. All right, so I've brought you here.
Don't tell me there's another one.
Another one.
Another
one
what?
Well,
DJ Khaled.
murder.
Just let him talk.
There was a murder? She looks at the human.
I don't know. That's what we're going to find out.
He looks over at one of the Crown's Guard, and he looks back over at you. No. Where have you all traveled from?
I don't even know.
I'm
Bunch
from
of
Allfield.
We've come from Zadash.
Oh.
And
At
we
Yami, he raises an eyebrow real quick.
We've gone a bunch of places at the behest of some benefactors, and they sent us to Allfield from Zadash, and back to the Zadash, and then to the Wizard College, and then looking for other things, and
Most
now we're
recently,
here.
we came from the ruins of Shattengrod.
So,
a bunch of spiders.
what's your business with Bryce Field?
Well, he's
Well?
been helping us investigate the murders that I had mentioned previously.
Oh, he's missing, isn't he?
Yeah, we were worried that might be the case.
You see a couple of the Crown's Guard whispering and pointing at Rathgar.
The pumpkin seeds took him.
Oh my god. We've been on the trail of a possible cult, or it might be involved with a cult, but someone is murdering lawmasters and people of import, and we're trying to figure out who's doing it. We're on the trail of them, but we went cold last night.
It's the teacups and the pumpkin seeds.
One of the Crown's Guard comes up and starts to whisper in his ear. He's like, No. Just let them talk. Hang on.
Yeah.
Continue.
We'll get ourselves in trouble, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's about the most of it. Did you have something to add, Dewey?
Yeah, I mean, we were, last night we we were trying to look for him because he's a friend of ours trying to find him, and then went over to the camp and saw that apparently their tent, as well as a couple others, were packed up in a hurry. Some drunk was saying that they may have been gagged or kidnapped or something like that. We were trying to figure it out, but we lost the trail.
Well, he insinuated that they were having a fun time, but
That there was
I
a
don't think that that's
kerfuffle.
the case.
I don't know how pumpkin seeds can take somebody, but they did.
It seems that there is a loose connection between who is ever doing the crimes and has been leaving behind a trail of pumpkin seeds in the general vicinity, and we found some of them last night.
I'm sorry, let's go back a little bit. You're talking about some crimes that have taken place.
Mm-hmm.
And then he points at Yami. You're from Allfield.
Yeah, that's right.
Originally from Allfield.
Yeah, that's where I grew up. My parents were potato farmers.
Potatoes.
Why?
So how do the rest of you know this Bryce Field?
We talked to him once.
Hey,
But Dewey knows him well.
yeah, I stayed in Allfield for a few weeks. They were kind, helped me out. I kind of stumbled into the world, so to speak, and they were very welcoming. What are you implying or inferring?
Well, I mean, when we've got lots of witnesses, especially at the tavern, talking about how you were trying to find him, trying to search him out, and then he
Yes.
comes up missing.
Well,
Oh, yeah, that
Gets
looks bad.
People
That
stirring
does look
a bit.
bad.
Hey, if
I
it
don't
helps, I
looked
think.
bad.
Yeah, but we were a
Considering we
little
didn't find
obvious
him.
about it for being kidnappers.
Yeah, he was missing before.
We
couldn't
made
find him.
everyone know we were looking for him.
Yeah, we couldn't find them because they were missing.
Yeah.
Whispers on over to a couple of his people. Two more come up and join him.
The last we saw of him was him walking by in the parade yesterday.
Rathgar, they still
And-
haven't brought us breakfast.
We have, no.
I am really hungry.
We'll get something in a bit. And we decided after everything had finished to try and seek him out because later that day we came across the clue of more pumpkin seeds, which led us to believe that he was possibly in danger when we were unable to locate him.
So, explain to me the pumpkin seeds.
They were there. They saw everything.
What?
The pumpkin seeds were the only evidence left after the second assassination.
The
But Rathick
second
found
assassination?
well, Rathick found
Yeah,
pumpkin
from the
seeds
Pumpkin
on a roof
Spice
once
Bandit.
when with the other guy that got
I don't
murdered
even-
in front of us.
All right.
No. No.
You all are talking
right,
about
let me-
a lot of
all right.
different things all at the same time.
Let me run this down for you, okay? We were tasked to go and speak with Bryce Thielen in Alfield about a murder. The murder happened and they carved an insignia in the back of the neck of the person that they killed. And we were unable to, at that moment, ascertain what that was. We took down the symbol. We went back to Zadash. We spoke with some people. We found out that it is related to a cult. That doesn't necessarily mean anything.
A cult
That
of
being
chaos.
said, we were then asked to go to see Professor Marwin Stenbrook at the Solstice Academy. When we got there and we were speaking to him, he was shot in the face. Somebody shot Marwin in the face. And when I went out to go look for him, and the only vantage point that would allow somebody to shoot Marwin in the face, there were pumpkin seeds there.
Pumpkin seeds. I
Somebody
said
was sitting there for a while, chewing them. And so we took them with us, or I took them with me, and we went and continued on our way because we were given more things to do. This has been kind of an overarching thing that we've been doing in the midst of other chores and things that we've been up to.
like
But
turning
that-
into gold.
No. Anyway, we found them there, and I found more last night. And because that seemed out of place, we went to go and try and find Bryce. But we were unable to find him.
And there were more pumpkin seeds by his last
yeah.
place of rest.
Yes.
Yes, we found a group of 3 tents that had been abandoned, and we woke the individual who was, shall we say, not in his right mind, who was sleeping nearby in his own tent, and he confirmed that there was something that sounded like a scuffle or a kerfuffle, and that they left shortly after. And he was not in his right mind, so it's likely that he fell asleep before he was able to get any actual information that would be helpful for us. So, what the conclusion that we have come to is that he was kidnapped, that's the conclusion I'm coming to, that he was kidnapped,
Or
or that
He's
is
a
the
pumpkin seed now.
pumpkin seed eater, and the one behind the assassinations. But I prefer not
took
to.
himself.
It's a possibility.
Yes, we
Tell me.
try not to.
What do you know about the bloodied chaos?
Well, there's a lot being said about that.
Well, that might be involved.
You.
No, they may be involved in all of this.
The ones that... The assassination
The
of...
people doing the stabby
The pumpkin
stuff, yeah,
seeds.
Oh, the shooty stuff, actually, technically.
or the murdery things.
What would be the reason for taking Bryce Phelan?
Well, the pattern thus far has been lawbringers throughout.
And in politicians and important people.
People of import, yes.
Good thing they don't know how important I am.
I don't think anyone will ever know how important you are, honey.
I agree. I agree. Thank you, Rathick.
All right, so that's as far as you were able to get in your part of investigating this.
As of 7 hours ago, yeah.
I was
Do you have any
trying-
idea which direction you think they've gone?
Out of the town. We went to the encampment outside, and
We can show you where their
Weird.
tent was set up.
yeah,
If you guys have tracker people that can figure it out from there.
So you guys all, he's agreeable to that, and you all start to head out to the camp.
Can I
Fart.
please put something more than my skivvies on first?
Fine,
Thank you.
go out
okay, while she does that, I'm gonna get some food.
I was about
As
to
I'm
say,
eating food that I probably stole from a different person, I look at the guy that we've been talking to and I go, you know, you guys are supposed to be good at this. It seems like we've done your job for you.
Oh, stop!
this is going to be a stretch.
You see a couple of them. They just mad dog at this point. They're
See
just
the little
looking at
anime
Rathgar.
symbol for anger on the corner of their faces. Just
Yeah.
This
Like,
is going
if
to.
you knew what was going on, you wouldn't be asking us and looking so confused when we told you what we found out yesterday.
The way you were acting made you all prime suspects.
Hey,
We usually are the prime suspects because people don't know any
Really?
better. Yeah,
What?
most of the time.
Okay,
People find us in
Listen,
bad situations, but we only make things better. I promise.
I don't.
There's a lot of death around us.
All right, I'm going to sit with
not-
Rathic at breakfast.
Yeah, we're not. I'm
Um,
You see one of the lieutenants sitting there just taking all these notes.
She goes, oh, can I see? I don't know how to read yet. Are there any A's on there? That's the letter I'm learning right now.
Sir, I mean, honestly, she doesn't seem like she's all there. She can't be one of the ones that could be a mastermind of all this, do you think?
Oh my god, thank you. That's really nice.
Absolutely not. About this time, Yeleni comes out dressed. And you guys head out to the camp.
flower.
beforehand,
You know,
during
flowers
breakfast, I'm going to sit and I'm going to have breakfast with Rathic. Do you mind if I see one of those pumpkin seeds?
sure. I'll give him like the hand.
I'm
They've
gonna
been
do-
chewed on. Please don't put it in
Yeah,
your
they're
mouth.
just. They're
I'm
just.
gonna
Yeah.
do a nature check, and I'm going to see if, with me having a background in farming, in farmers doing lots of trades, if I can
tell what
recognize.
farm they came from.
Well, yeah. Well, if I could recognize at least the area or region that they might have come from,
These original artisanal pumpkins come from.
would that be? Would,
Go ahead.
or species, would that would be a nature check?
Yeah.
Lenny, your flowers look gorgeous in your hair.
Oh, thank you.
14.
I'm just
Okay.
glad to be fully clothed now.
Gore.
With
Yeah.
that, let me look at this here real quick. Give me a second.
I never wear pants. I only have this vest. But nobody's yelled at me from that.
So basically, from what you're looking at on there, that it is kind of a
Senseless bunny.
Just like Pooh
kind of
Bear.
a seed that is generally seen in the Morrow Valley, but you don't have a specific area, like a specific farm or whatever
Okay.
in the Morrow Valley. But in the Morrow Valley and Zimney Fields is where this particular type of seed could possibly be from.
Okay, I'm gonna relay that. Yeah, judging by the species of this pumpkin seed, these pumpkins are generally growing around the Morrow Valley. So if that helps us at all, if we can figure out who's supplying this pumpkin seed kidnapper.
Well,
Rocco pulls out the map.
you've really narrowed that down to only about half a continent.
Hey, but
Well, I do what I can.
it's one less half a continent.
It's true. I
Anyway,
think we should just acknowledge that he's trying and leave it at that.
I am trying.
Can we call the killer a pump assassin?
What?
No, that
Just
sounds.
because potatoes are my favorite
Pumpkin-
and my specialty
pumpkin
doesn't mean that's
assassin.
the only plan I know about.
Kin assassin?
She looks
Ass
at the
pumpkin.
captain and goes, "Can please take us before things unravel."
She's
You
still
see-
eating.
You see a couple of the Crown's Guard when you guys are having this part of the conversation that are dumbfounded and looking at the group like, right.
It is indeed the face I make on great many an occasion. That
Hey,
one
they're
and
making the Yeleni face.
Yeah. Imagine how I feel.
Make some tea. I heard it helps.
any
It
luck on
does
finding the ass pumpkin yet?
Ass
No.
pumpkin, I knew it would catch.
oh,
can we go back to the fields now?
Please,
You,
please.
maybe
Please.
show us. So you all wander, heading back out to that field where all the tents were at. A lot of the tents still up, but they take you to that main spot where the pumpkin seeds were, where the tent is gone. A couple of the tents, just not too far off a bit, they're gone as well. So, right here. Do you know whose was which tent?
No, but there's some
No,
vomit on the
we had-
ground, probably.
And we asked
From-
around, but everybody was too drunk to be able to tell us who it was actually here.
He stands for a second and he's kind of looking around, looking off into the distance. And you could see that he's looking down different roads that are stemming off of Eurosa and near the battlefield. Sergeant, I want you to start take second and third company. I want you to move to the east. Once you hit the fork in the road, each of you go off in each direction. See if you can find anything else. See if you can find some more clues. Let's get first company. Go to the east. Fourth, take the south. And you just see all these different groups taking off in these different directions to try and see if they can figure anything out. You said that you all stationed, for lack of a better word, in Zadash.
Something like that.
That's,
Yeah.
That's where you can find us. On
Okay.
our normal time, yes.
All right.
More specifically, if you're in need of us, you can contact Flip at the Tripaway Inn.
You got that right. Flip. Triple A. Right.
Look at it.
Okay, right,
It's
all right.
her boyfriend,
dude,
not all
man.
of
Oh
ours,
my
just
God,
hers.
every fucking time.
I'm like working on my memory.
He's
I know
a-
I have a bad memory.
That is beautiful, but he is a wonderful man who exists outside of this relationship.
Anyway, so we're clearly your
Wow.
villains you're looking for, huh?
I can't.
There is no way on God's green earth,
Which god?
all of them, that you could be anything of trying to set this up.
You don't know
But
that.
thank you for the information.
We could be really
I
smart.
mean,
Our actions contradict that theory, dear.
There's a lot of death around us, like I
Do you
said.
know the name Kinnick? He seems to cause us a lot of problems.
oh
Maybe
my
it's him.
God, shut up!
You know, I don't know of a lot of assassins not knowing how to read. Maybe we could be the first. Or I could be the first,
wrong
'cause
with
I don't
you?
know how to read. What's wrong with you? Why are you so angry?
Yolandi starts walking back to the inn, assuming she has been.
Oh, Lenny,
released.
wait! I'm coming! She follows you.
I'll leave you all to it then.
All right,
He
so
just leaves.
Rathik, like a lot of these problems have been coming from blind spots. I have an amazing business proposition for you as an artificer. We create a thing called a ring camera, and then we place them in cities so that way they can have security.
Rathgar overhears you and goes, "What's a camera?"
Even
I
I
don't
don't know
know.
what that is.
I don't know. Rathik has to invent it.
God.
And as you guys
I go back to the inn, please.
are
Larry.
heading back to the inn,
Larry only had that part, like,
Well, I'm gonna
he
go
only
through all
thought
the
it was going to
market.
take about 10 minutes.
I'm gonna go through the market festivities and see if I can find a stand that has a high potato ingredient ratio.
As the guards are walking away, I just also do want to say, like, hey, Bryce was a kind of, they're a good person. So would you let me know if you find anything out or send a message on?
Rowan leans over to you and he's like, "Look, I'll let you know everything I find out. All right? Is this Flip guy your central contact? Easy way to get messages to you?"
Definitely, yeah. If you send word to them, we'll definitely hear of it. So I appreciate it.
All right, then I ask if you find out information. Give that to Flip, and I can also get that information for myself.
No problem.
We'll coordinate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And he just lets you go.
Okay, thank you.
Cool.
And as you guys are walking back to the inn, you're hearing all the, by this time, a lot of the events have started. They've got the sword fighting going on, a little arena with mage duels going on, and the crowds are going nuts. And
That was a callback, friend.
God, I'm pulling a Rathgar and I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go explore the
The
vendors.
crowds are going nuts. It's a callback. Is it a callback to the festival?
during the
Is it
Starfire
normal
Festival,
for the human to turn into their character when they play? Because fuck.
well, we've been watching it week after week right in front of us.
Yeah.
God damn it. I'm only just catching on to it. Okay, continue.
You do see off to another side, they have a space where there's some archery going on, archery competitions, where
Yeleni gives Dewey a side eye.
I don't think Dewey's paying any attention.
Probably not.
She's just over on the side.
you can see that they're not even doing just stationary targets. You've got riders that are on glyphs that are also shooting at targets that are moving targets. It looks like a pretty cool competition that they've got going on, that most of the crowds are there at that particular competition, as well as a mounted combat jousting of folks that are also on glyphs, so they're up in the air fighting, trying to knock each other off of their mounts. And just as you're getting out of a site where you can see anything else that's going on, you notice that one rider, they were swooping up, and one rider gets knocked off his mount and is falling quite some distance. And all of a sudden you see as he's coming down right before he hits the ground, just a whoop, and you see him slowly drop to the ground.
Oh, thank goodness.
Where there were mages that were on the side, that you could see that they were focusing power on this guy to make sure that he didn't hit the ground. So you can see that they put some safety precautions in there, so nobody got hurt.
It's not completely uncivilized.
Rathgar sees that and she goes, "Oh."
So all this, has been going on for a little bit as you guys were talking with the Crown's Guard and investigating things. And it moved its way into, as you get into town right before the inn, you do see all these tables that are all stretched out along the streets and everything, ready for the banquet, for the Feast of the Valiant that you knew about. You're smelling all kinds of foods that are cooking. You see like little barbecue stations where people are cooking up meats, and there's lots of different music stations set up where people are playing stuff for everybody that's been part of all the events. And slowly but surely everybody is coming into these tables and taking a spot, and servers are coming out and starting to serve people. So what do you guys do during that time?
I'm gonna go.
Swords!
I'm
She
gonna
runs over to
go
fight
through
him.
the vendors. I'm gonna find myself something to eat, and then I'm also going to look for a tea shop to try to find the best tea that I can for Lenny, because she seems very frustrated.
I want to look around at the vendors.
Oh yeah, Rathgar runs straight to the fighting.
I'm going with Rathic, I think.
Okay, and what are you guys looking for?
What are all the types of vendors that are there again?
Say again?
What types of vendors are there?
You have different vendors that are selling, like the souvenir type stuff for the battles. You see a lot of the little wooden swords for the kids and stuff like that. A lot of banners. It's mostly just trinket stuff that you see for some of these vendors, because it's where a lot of these little crafters and stuff are trying to make money during a celebration, especially with all the out-of-towners coming in.
Okay.
It's tourism season.
I want to go and go to one of the trinket vendor booths that has like toys and things like that, and
Oh, I don't even have my dice out.
buy a bunch of toys and kind of like give them away to the kids.
Okay.
I'm just keeping.
How much toys do you get?
How much are the toys costing?
They're roughly, it depends on the detail of them, but the little wooden swords, little wooden daggers, they're, you know, maybe about 50 copper for a dagger. Sword is about one silver.
Okay, I don't know, I'll buy 10 of each,
Okay.
and then kind of hand them out to kids as they go by if they want them.
Okay.
Aw.
As you're walking by, all these kids are like huge smiles on their faces. They're like, oh. You see one little brat that looks, see, he bought one for me. As far as, well, go ahead, Dulaka. Looked like you were getting ready to say something.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say I'm just keeping an eye out for if there's any other trinkets that are made of metal or different kinds of metal. Basically, just trying to like start to my tinkering supplies, so to speak, are running a little bit low, and I want to just kind of get some various
Yeah,
types of
that's not a
metal
bad
and
idea.
stuff like that to kind of have some different materials to play around with and work with.
Okay. You guys do see a couple of booths that have trinkets, basically, for people that are, they're rough trinkets, you know, and they have like a polished stone in them to make rings or to make bracelets or necklaces. Nothing crazily fancy, but, you know, some of them made of tin. There's a couple that are made of, they're not expensive metals that they're using to make these things, and they sell for pretty dang cheap, but it is cheap metals. You do see a couple that have, there is a booth that has very intricate jewelry and things like that they're selling that does appear to be actual jewels, things like that they have with actually gold as part of their inlays or whatever. Lots of silver pieces that are out there, some made into very extravagant rings and bracelets that you can see, and hilts that are made that aren't necessarily added to a weapon just yet, but pieces that they have shaped out to be made into swords. They could be added as decorative piece to swords.
I think I'll probably go pick up a couple of some of the cheaper trinkets, and if there's, I'm probably going to stay away from the rings just because I'm more interested in the material itself, and I don't think I'd want to necessarily like expensive craftsmanship. I wouldn't want to. I would want to respect that crafter's work in putting that together. So I might ask if at that booth if there's any like raw material that they're either not using or willing to part with, or scrap material as part of their creative process.
You do see one of the booths where the person is actually showing them working, you know, so people can see what they actually were doing for their job to make these trinkets. And you can see that he does have where waste is falling into this pail that's right next to it. So when you inquire about it, he just kind of looks at it, looks back at you, and I mean, I guess I could, just remelt it and make it into something else. But I guess if you want to buy it,
Yeah, I just need some raw materials.
I mean, I guess, and it's probably, the pail is about half full,
Okay.
of rough. I mean, I think if it melts down, it's going to be more like,
Yeah.
maybe a quarter. I mean, I guess I could part with this for, I don't know, make me an offer.
Gold.
Gold.
1 gold.
How about a gold and 50 silver?
Boop.
That's I'm not a mathematician. but I
Oh, wait,
think
no, that's a gold and 5 silver.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, all right, here you go. He puts out the pail to you. He actually takes the pail and dumps it into a I almost said
Smelter?
hacky sack. That's not the right word.
Burlap bag.
Yeah, burlap bag. That's what I was looking for. Dumps it into a burlap bag for you. Hands that over.
Cool. I happily am swindled, but I am glad to have my scraps. Cool. Scraps of raw material.
Okay.
Make me an offer, he says, and then feels. Then he gives an offer and feels swindled about it.
Oh, no. Dulaka feels perfectly fine. Peter knows it was swindled.
It
Oh.
was bullshit.
Yeah. No, sorry, above table. For sure swindled, above table. Hey, I got my scraps.
All right, and then Yami, you were.
I want to go to the nicest tea shop that I can possibly find.
That's the Verdant Vale market.
Okay. And on the way to the tea shop, I want to do a perception check as I'm walking through the marketplace to see if I can find any vendor, if I just see any vendors that are selling that brand of pumpkin seed.
Okay, go ahead and give me a roll.
And I don't see shit with a 4.
Yeah, you don't see nothing.
Okay, then I'm going to go to the tea shop.
Okay.
Hi, I have a friend, and she really likes tea, and she is always frustrated and stuff like that, so I want the most powerful, awesome mega tea that you guys have.
Oh, yes. Let's see. The best thing is for calming, yes?
For anything, just it can be super powerful, just the most amazing tea. Your favorite tea, the tea you're proudest of. I want that.
Proudest of. Well, let's see. Well, there is a. Some people don't like it, but it's like a tangerine type flavor to it. That it's just delicious. It's got a little bit of chamomile, little bit of lavender, and little spritz of tangerine in it. That just it's such a calming effect.
Do you have any magical teas?
Well, isn't that what tea is doing for you anyway? To calm you down? It's like magic, right?
Yeah, but like with additional magical properties that like do an extra magic thing when somebody drinks it.
Could do an extra magic thing.
No.
Do you know of any shops that do sell magic teas?
Well, not here. I'm the only one that sells it. Nigel, do you know? No, Nigel doesn't know either.
Then I will take the tangerine. And do you know I will take take a quarter pound of it.
Oh,
No,
it's a
sorry,
pound
quarter
of it.
ounce. Quarter ounce of not quarter pound. I will take a quarter ounce of it. I'll take a quarter.
Well, I mean, made me have the effect of a blue pill when you said a quarter pound. But I guess we'll just go with.
Wow.
I guess we'll just go with the ounce, I suppose.
Sounds good.
An ounce. That would be 2 silver pieces, please.
Sounds good. And do you know of any shops around here that just sell magical oddities?
Magical oddities in Eurosa. Nigel, do you know any oddities?
The voice crack.
No, he doesn't know any. Sorry.
Okay, no, like not necessarily a part of the festival, just like within the town itself. It just any magical oddity shops.
No, I asked him about, if we just had any here. I didn't mention whether it was for the ceremony or not. I didn't. No, sorry.
Just to be clear,
Okay.
there's for sure no voice answering, right? He's just screaming, Nigel.
He's just screaming Nigel.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's no answer.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Can I do a perception?
I love him.
An insight check to see if this person is lying.
Sure.
A 2. Well, I
Seems to
don't
be
know
totally
shit.
telling the truth to you.
Okay, thanks. And then I leave.
Pleasure,
and-
ta-ta.
And then I'm gonna go try to find a bookstore.
Okay.
Lenny has been enjoying some quiet alone time, and trying to investigate the Luxora. Luxolus.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
The Solus.
I get it confused. There's a land in the Dragon Prince called Luxoria. So I get that Solus. Yeah, the Lux.
The Lex Aureolus.
Oh no!
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. That and a little blue pill reference. You're on fire today.
Yeah, boy. Whatever drugs you're taking now, keep taking them.
Oh man.
Some alone time with the Lord Solus, please.
Okay.
Time.
So you're off in your room?
Not that kind of alone time, but yes, I am in my
Okay.
room.
As far what is anybody else doing?
Rathgar's at the fighting rink.
She's just watching all the fights.
She wants to someone has to hold her back from running in for sure.
I think you. Oh, maybe Mark went with you. I was gonna say, I think you went by yourself, but we can say,
Oh yeah.
we can say Mark went
would probably
with
be
you.
there.
Yeah, we'll say Mark didn't let her go by herself.
I want to get in the rink. Hold me back. You're supposed to hold me back.
Yes,
that
little
doesn't
one.
seem like a
I think
great
that would
idea,
be a
but I
bad
will do so.
idea.
Friend Rathgar. Friend Rathgar.
Oh my gosh.
Hold me back, Mark. Hold me back.
I don't think we're signed up for this.
I want to be signed up for it. Let me in. Let me in.
What do you think,
Try-
Mark, for? Rathgar. Friend Rathgar. No.
Damn it. He used the symbol. Cyrene, he used the symbol. I can't do it.
Oh, that's a bunch of shite, isn't it?
I know. Fuck. And then she looks back and goes, cut off his head. Cut it off.
Right as Rathgar goes, fuck, you hear Cyrene, fuck. Let's see. Okay. You still wanted the bookstore or something?
Yeah, I just want to find a book on turning items, like turning either materials from monsters or metals or something like that into useful items. I want to find some kind of book along those lines.
What?
So I've got these dragon teeth, and I know they can be turned into something, and I don't know what. And so now I imagine that I can probably take body parts from other animals and turn them into stuff too. So I'm gonna
God.
find a book that'll tell me how to do it.
You see
They did a monster.
so it's pretty much a rinky-dink little bookstore that they have here in this town. Mm-hmm. And as you walk in and you say this, the halfling that is standing behind the counter up on a stool, she's looking at you kind of dumbfounded. And she's just like, yes, we don't have books like that here. You might want to go and check with maybe Candlekeep, or maybe a library in the Cobalt Soul, or something. This is just a modest little shop. We don't have anything that is talking about taking parts from monsters and turning it into something else.
Okay, well then,
You're
I know a friend that really likes this letter. What books do you have with the most letter A in it?
Well,
What?
young man, we don't go through all our books counting the letters that are in each book.
Do you have one with like the letter A on like the cover? Like an apothecary book or something.
I suppose
The after.
there was a book written by this author that it's a stupid book, but it's he only titles it written by Tom. That's all it says, and it's Apothecaries Anonymous. It's stupid. It's
take it.
about. Well, okay.
Well, continue telling me what's about so I can relay it to my friend, but I will take it.
Oh, it's just about his experience doing apothecary business.
I'll take it.
Riveting.
Apothecary business.
Okay. I never thought I'd make any money from this book, but
Well,
5
today's
silver,
your lucky
please.
day. 5 silver, you got it.
Thank you.
And then I will take the book. And then I will go find Rathgar.
Does does there happen to be like a smith or like a weapons shop anywhere in the town?
Where'd that go? I thought I had it written down here, and I don't. But there is a blacksmith's You do hear the clanging of a blacksmith as he's making repairs on people's equipment from these tournaments and things. Excuse me, mending shields, resharpening arrows and stuff for the fighting.
Okay. I want to go over there and just see what he's got because I'm looking for something.
Okay. This guy's just clanging away. You just see this little dwarf clanging.
Excuse me.
All right, what you need?
Hi. Looking for a heavy crossbow. Happen to have one?
I repair shit. You trying to buy a new weapon?
Or a repaired one. I don't know.
Most of the repairs are coming from the tournaments.
Do you have well, if you don't have one, do you know where I might be able to get one?
Not in Eurosa.
Okay.
All right. I can get back to it then.
Please do.
All right. Good day.
Bye.
How many?
And is all this?
We're in a little itty bitty small town, people. This is not
I
Zadash.
just want a bow. It's not that much of an ask. It's a common weapon.
I don't know.
What are you going to say, Dulaka?
You don't know who's going to show up?
Nothing important. Nothing important at all.
Okay. Moving on then.
I would like to have been checking in on Callum too, by the way.
Oh yeah, he exists.
Technically, no. He's in our imaginations as we play Dungeons and Dragons. He doesn't actually.
Thanks, Peter. I appreciate you.
She is slowly becoming.
Just making sure, for as much as you've been turning into Rathgar.
You
Right.
guys all suck, man.
You find that Callum pretty much never left the tavern and the inn. He just stayed sitting at the one table. You see him still sitting there. Breakfast is kind of half eaten, and he's just constantly stroking the headband that he had. But you can see that there's more joy on his face than what you originally saw.
I would hope so. Good
And
Lord.
he's definitely has one leg bouncing.
I bring him a quill and some paper.
Okay.
I know it's been a while since you've seen your daughter. Sometimes those meetings after long distances can feel a little awkward, or you don't really know what to say. So I wanted to bring this to you just in case you maybe wanted to think about what you might want to say to her upon your meeting again.
I appreciate that, and I probably will write it down, just because I've got so much going on in my head right now about her. But honestly, I've been running this around in my head for a long time now. I mean, how much longer do we have to wait? I just want to go.
Well, I won't lie. I'm seriously considering just going with you. I know what it's like to miss your family. And to worry you won't get the chance to see them. Try and just be a little bit more patient. I really appreciate that you've been waiting. I'll have a talk with my friends and see if maybe I can depart a little sooner than the rest.
And I guess I could wait, but can you promise me that we leave at first light tomorrow, please?
Well, I did promise that if even if the rest of my party isn't ready, that I would go with you. At first light tomorrow.
I told you that I would wait until tomorrow, but as long as it's first light, I want to go.
We'll go before dawn.
Okay. And he just, soon, baby. Soon, sweetheart, I'll see you soon. And he's just playing with the headband.
My heart. She lets him be, but she just kind of like walks away. It's the worst feeling in the world.
Anybody
Everybody
doing anything
outside
else?
is having fun doing their tournaments.
Yeah, I'm
and
just gonna
looking
go
for
find
cool
Rough Draw.
trinkets, and this guy's in turmoil.
I'm just wandering around.
I'm kind of just keeping an eye on the guards, trying to see like if there's any information, like trying to see, just trying to gauge like, does it seem like they're heading anywhere or anything like that? But I think
You haven't seen anything new from the companies that all took off earlier in the day when you guys all talked, where they're trying to investigate any direction.
yeah, that's probably all. I'm kind of just hanging out, watching, keeping an eye on that. That's probably the main focal point of my interest for the
Okay.
most of the day.
Okay. As the day continues on, twilight is starting to settle in, with all the celebrations going on. You see lots of people up on the rooftops and everything, kind of pulling out their little wooden chairs and stuff, but it's, their version of a beach lounger that they're all setting up on their roof, that they're all getting comfortable as the sky is just... It's starting to turn this violet, purplish blue as the sun is starting to set. Torches on the buildings are starting to flicker, all over the place, causing the light for people. Here and there, you still do see some lanterns going up, just in celebration of things. You see some in the central plaza. You see some fire dancers doing their little thing. As you see this whole transformation of the city center or town center, where you see lots of these dancers emerging out of different locations, where as Victor finds some of you, begins to explain what you're seeing through these celebrations, talking about how like a dancer comes out, the first dancer comes out and does their thing, and he explains that is a representation of despair. And then another one comes out and he talks about the representation of sacrifice in the battle. And then another one comes out and he talks about the representation of unity. And then the fourth one comes out and he talks about, and you can see that he's getting excited now. As it's been progressing, he gets to the last part and you see the dancer come out and he says, and this one, oh, get ready. This one here, this one is representing rebirth. And this person is doing all of this major dance, and at the very end of the music is crescendoing and getting more, the beat is picking up and everything is getting very excited, and it just instantly, the music stops, the dancer does this kind of a bow onto the ground thing, and from behind, out from in the middle of the battlefields there, you see this giant, for lack of better words, like fireworks looking type thing of a phoenix that just up into the sky, and you just see this big giant phoenix go up. The crowd goes crazy and they're just cheering and excited. And this thing is, as it goes up, where the obelisk came up, you now see a 20 to 30 foot high representation of a phoenix come up out from where the obelisk used to be. And right as it reaches, as the firework version of this phoenix goes out and dissipates in the sky, the one that's in the center of town ignites, and this whole thing is on fire. As everyone is now cheering, they're all dancing, and you do see some little few pockets. They got tears in their eyes because of what this represents for them. And
Rathgar's maniacally laughing, seeing all the fire everywhere.
I could just see her with her face is
The fire in
flickering
her
from the
eyes.
fire.
Like,
And she's like,
little cartoon bunny eyes with like the big
Yeah.
fire
Yeah.
dancing in the.
Pretty much.
And this just continues on for the whole rest of the night, as people are doing. So, is there anything that you guys do for the evening?
So the fat
No?
fire's
Okay.
going on. Rathgar, do you have any marshmallows?
What's a marshmallow? But I want one. I don't know what it is, but I want it.
Find you
It
one.
is a confection made from the mallow plant.
What's
made
a
from
confection?
It's made from sugar and fat.
Ooh.
It's
Oh,
Okay.
oh,
All right.
oh, I got you a
Yeah,
book.
I was
I
gonna
got
say,
you
I
a
guess
book.
that's it.
It has a bunch of A's on it. I got you a book.
Oh my god, thanks. I can't read anything else in there though.
But there's a bunch of A's. There's an A right there, and there's an A right there, and there's an A
I
right
do
there.
see the A's. Oh, my gosh, thanks.
You're
Mom.
so
Says a-
lucky you pointed
says a
that out because I was getting ready to
apothecary
make her roll an intelligence check to see if she remembered what an A looked like.
Oh my
Apothecary Anonymous.
You should actually. Should I do that?
And
I feel
Liddy,
like
I
I
got you
should.
tangerine tea stuff. And
I'm
then
gonna
I
roll-
pull out
I'm gonna
the,
roll an
the bag and
intelligence.
like what
My
looks like a
intelligence is
dime bag of
whoa!
weed. I
Everybody's
brought
talking at once.
13.
As he's pointing it out, you're like, oh yeah.
I knew that.
Yeah, that's an A. That's an A. Wait, what's that one? It looks like an A, but it's smaller.
It's an E.
No. Lowercase.
They don't look
Somebody
the same. An uppercase A and a
An
lowercase
uppercase
A
A
don't
and a
look the same
lowercase
at
A
all.
look very
So,
different.
so she's like this. What's that other letter? I don't know what it is. Lowercase A. What is that
Thank
letter?
you.
I
I'm
don't
trying
know.
to get somebody to go along with me here.
I don't understand.
For her to be able to have to say, there's two of them?
And Liddy, I got you this tea that tastes like tangerines. Apparently, I don't know what a tangerine is, but
Oh, did you meet the lovely tea vendor? I
Sure.
know his friend's name is Nigel, but I don't know his name. He's very
oh, I thought he was just yelling at a curtain.
eclectic. Well, his friend may or may not be there. Maybe he's invisible.
Or he's just high.
Or he's
We're
just
there. He has a little
taken
bit
a
more
few
than
too
tea.
many
He was-
samples of his own supply.
Right.
But thank you, I appreciate that. I do quite enjoy tea.
You got it.
I think Duloc is just gonna take a couple hours, just kind of sorting through his new materials and organizing them and separating them out by different kinds of metals and getting ready so he can tinker.
Okay.
I do need to have a conversation with the group when possible.
Okay.
Maybe when
Did
we're
you
all
say that out
sitting down
loud?
for dinner.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, it's the meal that was earlier has kind of bled into kind of a lunch dinner thing. It's just
Leonard.
constant eating throughout the day, throughout
oh,
the
it's
evening.
like a buffet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, it's coming. It's like 11. Things are still going pretty good in some little pockets
Oh,
of
it's
partying,
11?
but a lot of families have
Sunset and everything.
dissipated. So it's everybody trying to figure out: do we head off to bed now
You said
or
do we.
what? So
Do we? Since you're all in the same place for one moment, I do have something I would like to say. Rothgar, do you remember Brit's father?
Oh my god,
Cam?
yeah! I forgot about that guy.
Yes.
How's he doing?
Well, I mean, as well as can be expected when finding out that your child, whom you thought was dead, is actually alive, but far, far away from you. In fact, it's probably a 2 weeks journey.
Yeah, he
Um,
should be super happy about that.
He would like to leave. He would like to go and be reunited with his daughter, whom
Yeah,
he
well,
thought
we
was dead,
are.
but now is alive. So here is here's the deal. I made a promise to him yesterday that in 2 days' time, at first light, we would depart. We being either myself and him, or the party and him. None of you are obligated to come with me. However, if you have nothing else that you would like to participate in while you're here, I would appreciate the company and the reassurance of safe travel. While we
Well,
head
yeah,
back
you can't get
away.
past that,
So you
that
just-
river by yourself.
So you just promised somebody else that you would leave without talking to the rest of us?
No, I mean, most
That's
of you
exactly
were
what it
there.
sounds like.
Most of
She
you
told
were
us
there.
earlier.
Didn't tell
she was
me.
no, she didn't tell me, Mike.
Oh yeah, you guys were.
It was
there.
Yami
me,
and Mike were not
Rathic,
there.
and Kellenic, and Sean were not there, and Mark. Were
Oh
not
yeah,
there.
no, you were all there. I remember.
Yes, Kellenic had joined back in with the group. I know that for sure.
We had
I don't
joined
know
in
where Dewey
after you
was.
had made the promise.
Okay, well,
And then
now
you-
I'm telling you,
Frankly,
this is the
not sure
deal
what
that I have
Schrodinger Hippo
made.
was doing, so
Regardless,
what are you doing?
that was the arrangement. Like I said, none of you are beholden to having to join me.
The question is as much as I'm sure you would like to go see Flip and bring him to his daughter and things like that, don't we have a mission to be doing?
Right.
What
and
is
you're
that?
j-
Well,
have a
we're
mission?
supposed to be
Aside from the
figuring
demon.
out.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we acquired the Lux Solus.
Yeah, and we don't know where the other ones are, so shouldn't we go
We
back?
have to go back to the people you are so fond of, Rathic. The I can't remember.
The library.
Cobalt Soul?
Yeah, but
Yes,
Where
thank
people
you.
read
this
things like
festival
A's.
was just a side stop on our way to our original mission.
Right, the original
This was just a
mission
side stop.
is
We're
back
supposed to be
to
going
where
south.
we are from. We have to go back to Sadash anyways.
Wasn't the original mission to go to Schottengrad to get the little doohickey thing, and we did that, and then we were gonna go get the golden body, which we didn't do because we found out a way to go and screw the demon, but then Mark said he wanted to do something here, which is why we're here. So we technically don't have anything else to do because we have to go get the demon gold body, but that can happen whenever because we're all free from the curse. So now we can go back to the dash.
I cannot believe I'm saying this, but yes, Rathgar is 100% correct in everything that they've said.
I was just about to say also when you said that I almost went the most coherent sentence and organized sentence that Rathgar has ever said.
In my head, I was like, don't fall over the words, don't fall over the words. You got this, Leslie.
and a Rathgar's head. Don't fall over the words. Don't fall over the words. You got this, Rathgar.
God damn it, Peter. Oh, fuck, that's funny.
Oh my god.
So she, like, looks at you all and just blinks and goes, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Crushed it.
the priority in my mind is kind of figuring out what's going on with Bryce, but it sounds like the guards here are kind of
Useless.
well, they're doing their best, but I don't
Okay.
have a better lead than them, and they said that they're planning to contact us over at Flip's
At the
place.
trip away.
So
Well, can't we tell Flip about what we learned here about Bryce, and maybe he has connections because he seems to know everybody?
yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking is
Also, they have a larger...
fella can
Sorry.
wait. Yeah, I was just saying the gold fella can wait, and because my
I don't
priority
think
is
he's
kind
going
of
anywhere.
figuring out the Bryce thing. I
They
don't know
have
if
a
we're gonna
larger
get any
number
further
of
here.
people who can investigate that here. He did say, I believe you said that they would contact Flip if they have any information.
That's what they said, so I'm hoping that they come up with something.
Okay, so,
So all
we're just done
roads-
with that?
Point back to the trip away.
Yeah, we should probably help this Callum guy. And I miss Britt anyway.
Well, I guess
I
we're
mean,
leaving in 2 days, and then
The-
Yami
Tomorrow.
does not finish his potatoes and storms off from the dinner table.
I think he's upset.
Oh, it's called hormones, darling.
He's a kid.
Do I have
If Kellenic
hormones?
were here, he would probably
How
go
many?
calm Yami down. Maybe.
Raging
Probably.
hormones, actually.
So
Oh.
many. So many.
Raging's
No, he's
good.
mad because he thought you were his friend, and then you made plans to just leave without even telling your friends about it. That's why he's mad.
That's fair. You can be mad. That's fine.
It's okay. He also stormed off on his own, so.
He also chased after spiders without explaining to anyone what that was about, so she has no feelings about it.
She's like, all right.
I mean, if Yami can leave on his own, she can leave on her own, right?
So we're leaving tomorrow morning?
Hey, yeah, I guess so.
If
I
you
mean,
would like to come with, again, as I said at the very beginning, no one
Listen,
has to
it's
come
not
with
close.
unless they want to.
It's not close. Which way are you going? Which way are we going? How are we doing this? This is a long trip. And also, the
Well, we're
guard just
certainly
came
not
and talked to us
crossing a
about this
river.
investigation. And I'm just saying, splitting immediately after talking to them about the crazy murder-assassin plot. It might not be the most
Ass pumpkin.
Yeah.
How other
I-
people choose to perceive me is up to them. I can't control that.
It's
if
not a
they
social
decide,
situation. They might throw you in jail under
well,
suspicion.
they
which
can
is
go
why I
ahead
said
and
it.
try.
Lenny would make
I'm
everyone in
helping
jail
a
her
man
bitch.
reunite with his long-lost daughter. I'm not afraid of how I will be perceived. I'm planning to go from Eurosa to the Amber Crossroads, down through Druvenlode, past the bridge, all the way back down to Zadash. I am not crossing any rivers without a bridge.
I think at this point, Kellenic would probably say something to the extent of, without metagaming, just like, I figured something out about that. I think maybe going the bridge route, or the water route might be a lot safer now.
Yeah, he actually was getting ready to say that last session, something about that. He did say we can go back the way we came because
he's not
he has
here.
some new way of being able to get everybody across. He just never verbalized it yet, so we'll just assume that we all know what it is.
Unless he can make us all fly.
So,
And we
so
tried that last time, and it didn't
That is
work.
when you guys go when you're looking at the map and you're figuring things out, you know that going the bridges and the Druvenlode route is going to take you 14 days, as opposed to going back the way you came from Eurosa, which will take you 10 days.
Why
Aren't
don't
we
we
in
try and get some
Eurosa?
horses before we go?
A horse is a great idea. I don't know if they have any here, but that would be wonderful.
You know, what do they have in this town?
Good
We
question.
have a smith that doesn't have weapons. We've got
They
a
have
town that doesn't have
mushrooms,
horses.
apparently.
They've got a giant fiery obelisk, and they've got a bazillion people and machines.
Just ride the Phoenix.
Yes. So, regardless, that is my plan. As I said at the very beginning, those who wish to join me may, but it's not something that they are beholden to do.
Sounds like a great plan.
I agree with Rathik that I feel like the priority is still the assassin plot, but I also part of me is kind of thinking that regrouping in Zadash, because I feel like we're all kind of scrambling for resources, might also be a best interest at this point in time. Not sure how you feel about that, Rathik.
It's fine. It's whatever. We can't just all split up and then have them assume that we all gave up on the mission anyway.
Our hands are a little tied too, yeah.
And they didn't seem to have the best impression of our intelligence as it was. They probably aren't relying on us. They said without a doubt that we were not the people who was the problem. So
You're welcome.
I mean, it has occurred to all of you that we are being followed, right?
That's kind of what
What?
that's kind of what I figured is after Chattengrad. But my thought is the original purpose of getting the gold fella was so that the little imp fella would help us in kind of protecting Chattengrad when the bad guys showed up. But since they clearly came here, they've already passed Chattengrad, so I don't know if that imp's going to be able to do much at that point. So that's kind of my
Also-
thought, is why Bryce and potentially, I guess, regrouping in Zadash and getting this guy to his daughter as part of that might not be the worst plan.
Whatever everybody wants to do.
But
it sounds
What
like
did you
have
think
resi-
you wanted to do,
Yes,
Rathik?
you have
What was your
reservations.
plan?
I wanted to try and find the assassin.
Yeah, but we have literally no information. We found seeds.
I already
That's
agreed.
it.
I already agreed I'd go.
Oh, you just seem upset.
I don't know. Tucking tail and going back doesn't seem to really tickle
Well,
my
where are
fancy.
we gonna go? We don't have any leads.
It is quite literally our home.
It's fine. Let's go.
It doesn't see. Okay, you say the words "it's fine," but your tone betrays that. In that, it does not sound like
When
it's
has
fine.
my tone ever mattered in anything that we've done?
I mean, to be fair, Letty, you kind of just made the decision for all of us. We're not just gonna let you
Okay,
walk
again,
away.
may I reiterate? I said from the very beginning, no one has to come with.
And me and Klenic were there, and we said it was fine, so it wasn't without everyone.
But I mean,
I'm
none of us
trying
are
to do
gonna.
a good thing here, people. Why?
I'm not. I already said I'd go twice.
You just seem kind of mad about it.
I'm allowed to feel feelings.
Is it hormones?
Sure.
I learned about those today.
Well,
I'm gonna go to bed.
On that note, yes, I'm also going to go to bed. We plan to leave before dawn tomorrow, so
That's so early.
it is very early. So I recommend getting sleep as quickly as you can if you plan to join us tomorrow. If you do not wish to join us, that is also fine.
Okay. I'm quite literally an owl, so I'm going to go out and go look to see if there's a stable.
I'm quite literally an owl.
The stable. Where have you
I
been spending the
that
full
in
figuratively
my
a
book.
hippopotamus, so
No, he's gonna look for horses
Oh.
for the trip. At least I assume.
Okay.
I think. I mean,
What was that, Larry?
Huh?
You said something and it cut out.
Me?
You said K.
Yeah.
I said, so who's all going to bed?
Oh.
If you turn around, Rathgar already face planted in the dirt and is sleeping.
think Duloc is
somebody
just
has
gonna.
to. Yeah, thank you.
I walked
As
off
soon as
and
Lenny
I'm gonna,
said we should all get some sleep, Rathgar just narcolepsied out, man.
where I stormed off, I'm gonna go over to where those tents were, and I'm gonna lay in that that open lot
Sorry, was that ableist?
where they got kidnapped. I'm just
Okay.
gonna sleep there.
I don't want to be that person.
Why, you left the inn to go sleep where the
We weren't at
tents...
the inn during during dinner, were we?
We came back.
Yeah, everybody
Oh.
came
The
back
festival's
for
at
that.
the
Yeah,
end.
you were at the end.
Oh well, yeah, I stormed off. So yeah, I went all the way over there.
Okay.
He's sleeping with the pumpkin
I feel
seeds.
like Kellenic would go after you, but I don't want to step on those toes. So
I see, and I actually took it as Kellenic would probably just went, okay, whatever,
Hormones.
and went back to his room.
we'll go
Yeah.
with that. We'll go with that.
Cool.
All right, so everybody goes to bed except for Rathic.
Yeah.
Because he's quite literally an owl.
I mean,
I love it. I love it so much.
So what's he doing right now?
I'm just looking to see if there is some kind of a stable or something around that might have horses that we could buy or try to get in the morning.
Well, they do have a stable, but it's roughly between 11 and midnight, so
Oh,
they're
no.
not open right now.
No, I know that. I'm just trying to see if I wanted to see if there was one.
Steal
I
horses.
already went to a smith that didn't have anything to buy, so I was looking to see if there was a stable that might have horses that you could buy.
All right.
Time.
Borrow.
So you went there, saw that there's a stable, and then went to bed?
Sure.
You tell me.
Why not?
Okay. So y'all go to sleep, and morning comes. It's a bit of a chilly morning. The sun is kind of that,
But the sun hasn't risen yet.
huh?
The sun hasn't risen yet. We're leaving before the sun rises.
I didn't say it was
Before the
up
sun
yet.
rises.
I was
You're
trying to
holding
describe
your hand up.
the sky,
You said
which
the
is
sun.
dark and slowly fades into the purpley looking, almost yellowish low clouds down at the bottom.
Okay.
Damn it!
Like Grimace, this guy.
I'll be right back. I
Every
gotta
time I try to help. I feel like that happens every episode. At one point, I'm like, what?
So who's first coming up, down, whatever? Who's getting
Definitely.
up?
I'm getting up as early as I can.
Okay. So as you guys come down, you can see, as you guys sit down, you stop to have some breakfast real quick. You do see outside the window in the front of the tavern, you do see Callum pacing back and forth.
I figured.
Oh, this guy needs to chill out.
He wants
Yeah.
to see his
I feel
fucking daughter.
Yeah, I feel like there's
It's
more to
away.
this. He's probably the assassin, honestly.
Tell me you don't have kids without telling me you don't have kids.
exactly.
We're two.
Fuck 'em.
As Rothgar says, she's been missing for a long time. I mean, a couple of days aren't gonna hurt.
What's a few more days? In
Yikes.
the grand scheme of life. He's
Okay,
he's
so-
pacing outside.
So he's pacing outside, just waiting for anybody to come out while you guys are eating breakfast.
Yeleni probably.
He does look in the window and then kind of go.
What is that fancy timepiece you got there? I never seen one of those before.
I walk
It's
up
the little,
behind
it's
him.
the little arm. He's just trying to line it up with some light.
It's a sundial.
Oh my
A sundial.
God.
Yeah,
Sundial.
sundial.
Radric,
All right,
were
I
you
gotta-
able to see if there are any horses or anything to speed up?
There's a stable. There's horses. I mean, Lord knows if there's anything to actually buy, but we'll see.
Yeah, Callum there. You ready to go?
Yeah, I've been up for quite some time now. I'm ready to go.
Hey, you realize that we're 2 weeks away from Zadash. Take a deep breath. It's gonna be a long trip.
We're gonna.
Throws on his backpack and he starts walking.
We're Callum. We're gonna.
Rathgar's still asleep, just letting you guys know.
I'm
Someone's
go
gonna have
the
to get her.
stable.
Callum, we're gonna try and see if there's some horses to speed up the journey. If that's all right with you.
He kind of stops real fast and then he, okay, yeah.
Got any
There's
money?
Something more going
Not
on.
much.
Do you got enough to buy a horse?
You can ride on mine.
That's not how a horse works.
It does work that way. You can, in fact, have two people on one
What
horse.
kind of horse are you buying?
Gotta
It's
get a-
carrying
You
two
can't
people.
have more than
You
one
have-
person on a
You
horse.
have to get a two-seater. You have
Yeah,
to get a two-seater.
it's a two-seater horse.
I will make sure to ask the stable person for a two-seated saddle.
draft
How about
horse?
that?
Oh my gosh, that is my favorite line. Someone write it down.
What was
That is
what-
not how a horse works.
Yeah.
When in fact that is exactly how a fucking
Oh, I've
horse
seen
works.
so many so many horses with multiple people on them.
Oh my gosh.
This horse is a sedan.
It has sliding doors.
So many bards on this horse.
Oh my gosh.
You should be glad Dylan didn't take that as a
It's a
fat
six-seater
joke.
horse with a twin turbo engine.
It's weird. The clown
Nay.
car horse really is surprising.
Can we
My
go
God.
to
The
the
SUV ones
like
are the
mom.
greatest.
One
Oh
of
my
us
God,
needs
I
to
love
get
an SUV
Rathgar.
horse. All-terrain horse with
I go up and get
protection
Rathgar.
package.
Thank you. You just-
I go up the stairs.
it's a Home Alone situation
and
where they
get
leave without
Rathgar.
Rathgar and she has to
I
figure out her
want that
own
to
way
happen.
to get back to Zadash when she can't read.
They count Callum in place of Rathgar and they have the right numbers.
Can we please have a side quest of Rathgar getting left?
I want a
fucking
Joe
Like,
behind?
Pesci
comes to a
character that just
crossroad and goes,
yeah.
You guys find her a couple years later and she's gotten all the magical items to take down Kennick.
But is
By half
for
a
sure
death.
on a different continent.
You hear about this rabbit who's taken over the continent and it's turned into like a totalitarian state.
You hear about a pirate rabbit running around.
oh,
With a
hell,
patch on her eye.
Rathgar.
But it is just her
Oh,
ear.
hell, Rathgar.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, I can't see. Then move your ear, my lady. Never.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
As
Sorry.
Yeleni is waking her up, you hear Rathgar going, "Arg!" Because she's dreamt all of this
Yeah,
already.
Take me out to the high seas.
Hey,
I can do
You
this.
learned a new letter.
Oh my god. The C's. We missed the B's. Her whole alphabet's fucked.
Arg!
A.
She knows A,
C.
R, and C. That's it. Oh god. She
Okay,
wakes up, she goes, "Oh,
Anyway,
we have
so
somewhere to go?
Rathic shows up over at the stables.
Hello.
Yes?
Hi.
Hello.
Looking
locked
to
it there,
acquire
Me too.
some
I saw him
horses.
leave.
Well, I mean, we don't have many for sale, but
Oh.
Why would you? All right. How many do you have
why
for
would we?
sale?
Why would we have a bunch of horses for sale?
I don't know, because it's a stable in a city?
Where people board their horses?
I know.
We don't breed them here.
I didn't ask you to breed them. I just want to buy some.
It's not how horses work.
You very much work that way.
That is a
Thank
callback.
you. I feel vindicated.
Well, you said you have some. How many do you have?
I have 3 horses I can sell,
It's not
Okay.
bad.
but it's the last ones that I have here.
Do you have an off-road horse?
Do they have good traction?
Like a jeep.
Do they have snowshoes at all?
I'm not that picky, but I just want to make
I
sure it
need
gets
four-hoof
good mileage.
drive.
What kind of lift is on those horses?
Yeah. All right. What kind of horses are they?
They're just regular riding horses.
Okay. You don't happen to have like a big horse?
Dave,
I don't have
dire,
any war
heavy
horses
war
here, no.
horse.
Okay.
War horses you're probably going to find at the bigger cities.
Okay.
So if we only get 3 horses, Dewey's
well,
definitely not getting his
you're
own
not
horse, so
here.
he's gonna have to run
You're not
besides us.
Okay. Do you would they be like suitable for pulling a cart, or would I need to get the off-road package for that?
Oh, I mean,
Off-road package.
so the 3 that I have are riding horses. They're not really horses that are for drawing carts.
Okay.
For that, you're probably going to want to get a draft horse, something like that, that's going to be able to just be a worker horse,
yeah.
right? But what I have is some riding horses.
Okay.
Can Mom pull a cart?
Okay. How much are you looking for horses?
Why is this
Well,
so
I mean, that's going to be about 75 gold apiece.
All my gold was taken, so I'm out.
She's like,
You're not even here.
I know she's not in there, but she heard it in her head. She goes, "My gold's gone."
She heard it in her head.
can we take a look at the horses?
sure. So he takes you to the stables there, walks you through. There's a couple of hands that are in there feeding the horses at the moment because it's early morning.
So
You got one that's just the nice chestnut color to it. You've got a little Palomino looking horse that's on there, and then
Ooh,
there's
Palominos
a
are
straight black
mean.
horse right there.
now
Okay,
riding
hey.
horse has a strength of 16. Do any of those horses look like they could actually support the weight of a probably, I don't know, 300 to 400 pound hippo man?
Not for an extended period.
I'll take
Yeah,
the black
Dewey's
one.
he's gonna have to run besides us.
Okay. So
Just the hippo
here's
running
here's
behind
the thing.
us.
Gonna go
I
ahead and buy
gotta
the black one.
huddle with the Laka, or I guess huddle as much as I can. You're like,
Perfect.
you're probably better at talking to people about this kind of stuff. So maybe you could work out something with the cost on these, because this is not cheap.
I am notoriously charismatic.
All right. I don't know. You're nice. I don't know.
Me
Like,
too.
That's a good one too.
I'm going to guidance him
Can you do
Almost
his
like
50?
you put
ability
his rat
in
in
his
your bar.
attempt to talk down the price on these horses.
And
This
I
is
also-
stuff-
Okay,
I also want-
so for 3 horses, which is normally 225 gold, could ya cut a deal?
Like, what kind of deal?
Like less money for 3 horses.
So 210.
How about like 185?
185. That's almost taking what, you want to buy 2 horses, get 1 free?
That sounds like a great idea.
I love that idea.
No.
Oh,
I'd like to roll a persuasion check to. I would like the black one for 30.
what? Stop.
30. Are you
No,
guys trying to insult me?
No,
Can I roll a
No.
persuasion check to check?
I'm gonna put my hand over his mouth.
It's the best 30 ever.
Stop. Shut up.
You know, out of character, Mike,
Fine. 50.
Yami actually has decent charisma.
Really high charisma.
I have really high charisma.
30. All right. Have at it.
Alright, all 3. So, okay, how about Yami said all 3 for
30.
90?
No.
For
All 3 for 90.
No.
Roll persuasion.
Oh Jesus, it's gonna be a DC of like 27.
Fuck.
30.
It's a 7.
but he has the help action because we're all there helping.
Oh, that's true.
Ah. Aha.
13.
Oh God, that's not gonna
I
help.
have a +4, but my actual
Now
roll's
he's
right
even
there.
angrier, and he's gonna make you pay more.
Thank you for nerfing us intentionally, Rathgar.
Basically turns around and says, if you're not going to be serious and you're just trying to steal my horses, good day.
Okay, how about 200 for all 3?
Roll persuasion.
That's literally what I was thinking from the beginning. I'm like, just say 200.
I still got your guidance, right? Because of the
Yes.
last minute. Cool.
Yeah, he said guidance on you.
Ooh. That's really good. That's
27.
22 minus 1 is 21.
He sits for a really long time. 225. You want my horses for 200. All right. I'll do 200.
Awesome.
If Rathgar was there, she would have said, "See, we're actually helping you. Now you don't have to pay for all the hay and stuff that you have to feed them."
I thought the rocket had
been
a
a
bonus
decent
for charisma,
persuasion,
not a
other
negative. I have a 0.
I have a -1, but
I have a 0. I thought you had more than I did.
And I will pay a third, so I will pay the 70
Well, yeah.
for the black.
So,
Y'all-
yeah, we'll all pay.
The bard has raised a lot of money by doing singing and stuff, so
70.
Hasn't shared any of that money with anybody. But,
Oh, she pays for my food all the time.
$70. I'll take the black horse.
I don't need a horse.
yeah, I'll just lead one. I think.
I'll leave the other horse with us.
When you said I don't need a horse, I was gonna say, "What, are you just too cool?" And then I remembered, "Oh, you fly." You're just too cool for a horse now, Mike. Just kidding.
Oh,
All right,
gosh.
so here, a legitimate question: how much strength would Mom need to have in order to pull a cart?
Well, she's mechanical. She would have been able to pull one pretty easy.
Okay, so well, all right, how much gold do we?
Because you
set
said
up
it. How big was it? You said.
here? Who? Mom?
Yeah,
She's a-
Mom.
She's a medium.
I mean, she's roughly the size of a horse-ish. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a smaller horse, like a big person's smaller horse.
I mean, she could do it, but she wouldn't be able to like sprint the cart anywhere or anything. She's just gonna have to walk it normal.
Just pull it, yeah, like riding along with the horse.
Yeah.
with the horse.
What can she carry? What's the weight
Yeah.
she can carry?
Let me pull that up. Stand by. We gotta click on it. It does not say. I have a 16 strength on it.
For my inventory, would I just add riding horse?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can
Basically,
put
I
a
just wanna-
horse in your
if I could
pocket.
stuff a person into one and just have a cart where a person could sit or something like that, because it moves faster than a standard person.
Yeah, but the cart is going to be some added weight. You start
Yeah.
adding people and supplies to that, that's going to be added weight. So, what is it that she can carry?
It doesn't say.
Okay. All right, we'll figure that up.
Well, I count as extra. I count as large for carrying purposes. That's
Yeah, I
part
don't
of the
think
reason
I'm
why
gonna
I
be
can
able to
always
carry
carry
you.
Rathgar is because I have the same carrying capacity. I have a similar carrying capacity to a horse
Yeah.
and a speed of 40, which is
Hippos are fucking fast. They're deceptively fast. More people die from hippo attacks in Africa than any other thing.
especially when they take the mobile feet. That really helped them.
I mean, feet
Yeah,
are
let me-
always
let me
mobile,
look
aren't
it-
they?
I'm gonna look it up.
Sorry.
But
So we basically came to the Mom could carry 210 pounds or drag 420 pounds, and the end result of adding a cart and a person to that would be the same as if somebody just sat on Mom, not as a mount but just as a carried person, or like, you know what I mean, like instead of
So, Mom is a horse.
more or less.
But like,
Well,
so is,
a lot of people do.
but so is Dulaka, kind of.
So, no, a lot of people do use the Steel Defender as a mount, but you have to, like there's the size thing to it. So if I was a small creature, I definitely could use Mom as a mount, but since I'm not, I don't. But that doesn't mean that it can't carry me around. It just I can't use it as like a. People use it as like a mounted combatant kind of thing. Or their various
So yeah, we were kind of
things like that.
through some organization of who's got like the fastest walk. I think we can get it so that everybody is either on
a mount, flying, or Rathgar on Dulaka, which would make the party's base moving speed 40 feet instead of 30.
Oh, then in that case, Rathgar can just walk next to you. She's 40 as well.
Oh. Then I can carry somebody else if we need to. Oh, I guess, yeah, because I wasn't counting the Callum. So I can just backpack Callum, and then we can have a move. Because I got a large carrying capacity, so I think we can get the full party's movement speed up by a third at least.
Okay.
To hopefully cut down some travel time with the horses.
Okay.
That's the map that we kind of figured out. If that works for you.
Yeah. So you'll cut the trip down to, instead of 10 days, probably 7 days, 6-7 days.
It works.
By way of the river.
By way
Yeah.
of
Since
the
above
river.
table, Kalanick can cast Water Walk, which literally just means we can all walk on water and just
We're Jesusing the shit
go
out
as
of this.
normal.
Is that a cantrip? Is that a spell?
Spell. I think it's second level.
The old
Run
spell.
roll
Let
a
me
2 on
find
animal
it.
handling. Your horse goes the other way.
Yeah, can you cast it on animals?
I'll check.
Well, you could probably cast it on Mom, and Mom could take each one of you across.
Let's see.
Immune to
10
exhaustion.
willing creatures you can see within range.
Up to 10 willing.
Yep, up to 10 willing creatures.
Well, there's
7, 8 is Callum.
but one of us can
9,
fly.
10. That means a horse and a. Oh yeah, he wouldn't have to do it to Rathic.
Mom can just walk across the bottom.
Doesn't have to do it to himself.
He would have to do it to himself. Oh no, he can fly too.
Right, because he can go astral, or whatever that was called. Not astral.
Astral.
His ghost thing,
Spectre, or whatever.
something like that. Yeah. So he can do
Echo.
that.
Yeah, Echo.
That puts it back down
Echo.
to 6. That makes way for the horse and the and Mom to be the replacements. So yeah.
There
So
we
he
go.
would definitely do that.
So when we get,
Okay.
we've got our travel plans.
You got your travel plans.
Cool.
All right. So, as you guys are waiting outside in front of the inn, Callum getting even more impatient at this point because he's like, okay, why aren't we going? Why aren't we going? And you guys are all still waiting for Dulaka, Yami, and Rathic to show up with the horses. And you guys all discuss what these new travel arrangements are going to be. Callum is kind of like, okay.
Get on your shoulders.
I guess I'll
It's
go.
not as scary as it looks.
I'll go piggyback. He gets climbed on. Guess I'll be your backpack.
I think I just take like a belt and just strap him in so I don't have to hold him. Just like, all right, we go.
So he's able to just sit on the belt. So he's actually got a seat. What'd you say, Yeleni?
I was just quoting a stupid song. I can be your backpack while you're on. Is anyone? No, it's fine.
a backpack, baby.
Whoa.
That was a little.
It's even in honor of Star Wars Day. Nobody even. So sad.
Oh, I
confused.
remember what you mean.
It's the Seagulls song.
Yeah.
The seagulls.
Seagulls, stop it now. No, it's fine. Let's just move on.
Moving on. Okay, so for expediency, I will just have the days go by as you guys travel. Are there any discussions that happen along the road? On the road.
On the road.
Rathgar, do you like my horse?
That's a great horse.
His name is Sir.
Where am I? Am
His-
I on a horse too?
You were just walking.
Or am I walking?
You're just
I'm just walking. Oh.
His
'Cause-
name is Sir
'cause you're-
Pericles Ulysses Dante, or Spud for short.
Wow. That's great.
What was that? Say that again.
Sir Pericles Ulysses Dante,
Oh dear Lord.
or Spud.
Spent a minute on that one, didn't you, Andrew?
Yeah, he did. He spent that whole break figuring that one out.
Yep. I was just gonna name him Spudnik. Or Swoop Dog, but I was like, he doesn't fly.
Swoop Dog.
Oh my
I would
word!
you can name me Swoop
Swooping
Dog.
is
So you got Rathgar looking like Marvin the Martian.
Yeah, she's just walking. She's like, my legs are gonna get buff walking this fast.
We can switch. You can ride my horse sometimes if you want.
No, it's cool. I need to get buffed up.
Me too. That's why we can switch.
Oh my God.
Just lifting random stuff while on my horse. Oh wait, I actually.
All right, since there's no discussions
Yeah.
happening.
I think the only thing is Duloc is going to tinker a little bit each night, but that's nothing new.
Okay. So coming about that 7th day, you guys are coming into Zadash. It's probably an early afternoon that you guys are coming into Zadash, and as you are coming into town and seeing the approach of coming into the trip away, you just see that there's lots of hustle and bustle going on. The typical Zadash day. You do see a couple of the traveling merchants that always come in about every other week
Oh,
to
yay.
take their little places. You see a few of those.
Whatever happened to your bat, Rathgar?
He's free now. I see him every once in a while. I honestly forgot he existed a couple days ago.
I should have known at the time that it's hard enough to keep you alive, let alone a pet of yours.
Oh, he's not a pet. He's my equal.
He's probably.
No, he visits me at night every once in a while, and we have full-on conversations. He's writing a novel, but I told him I can't read, so he's gonna have to help me out with that one. Good old Todd.
Twad.
All right, then.
Yeah, Twad.
That's called improv.
I was gonna say that one took a definite different turn.
But it tracks, doesn't it? No one questioned it. No one questioned it.
Everybody just went, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
okay,
Or-
Rathgar.
Believe that is
I mean-
happening.
Whether or not we believe
It has.
yeah, Rathgar does. We might not, but Rathgar does.
I want one day for us to walk by a bookstore in a city and see the latest book being sold by a vampire bat named Todd. It has to happen at some
The
point.
Chronicles of Vladimir Todd. That's an actual book.
Oh my gosh.
Does
As long as
Rathgar
it
work
has
out into
an
the
A
world
on
and just
it.
see it like more in like 2 dimensions and hand drawn?
Or she sees it in 7 dimensions and you're all just dumb.
Like you're on
Oh my
acid.
God.
Shots fired.
I love Yeleni's response on that one. Just
I know the. I know, it was so good. Oh God, we love this.
oh my word.
Can I go home now, please?
Okay, we're D&Ding. As you guys approach the trip away, you do notice you see Britt's cart. You see that she has her back to the public as she's making adjustments to her cart, trying to fix up her wares. She's got strings of ribbon that are fluttering in the breeze that she's added to her cart now. She has a new sign that she hand painted, in the best of her ability of
Oh my God.
her lettered strokes that say custom headbands, 3 copper, smiles free. And so she doesn't see you guys approaching.
Rathgar would yell hi, but I'll let you do your thing. I
Yeah,
wanna ruin
Rathgar
your...
would be like, Britt!
Brett. But you do your DM thing, Larry.
So, as she's working on her stuff, Callum sees right away, and he's like, I think by the time they got into Zadash, he's already off of Dulaka.
He's walking.
But yeah, he's walking along with
Not
everybody.
exactly how he wants his daughter to see him for the first time
Yeah,
in a while. Just like
piggyback
on
on
the back of
somebody
a hippo.
else.
I think it's majestic.
I rode a hippo all the way here to find you.
But as you guys approach your cart, as you approach the trip away, Callum stops. And he kind of just catches his breath. And he kind of, you see relief, a little bit of anguish, a lot of surprise on his face, and almost in a whisper, he just, Brit. And as she's working on her wares, she freezes. She stops immediately. And kind of in her mind, it's more of a, can this be possible? Is this even for real right now? This voice shouldn't have existed anymore. She's going through everything in her mind, and you do notice she's the garment that she's wearing, the little dress thing that she's wearing, and the apron. You do start noticing on the bottom frills of that, you see it starting to shake. And so she turns around, like really slowly, and she has a tear coming down her eye, and she just turns to look at him, and Callum just being a few feet away, she has just plain disbelief on her face. And Callum gets down on a knee and he just says, "It's me, sweetheart." And Britt kind of and sits for a second, and she's like, "No." Her fingers, she's gripping the cart really, really hard. You see the white knuckles on her hands. You died. I saw you laying there after those bad men. I made it out, Callum tells her. Voice is starting to crack a lot more. I searched for you. Gods, I never stopped. I went to every orphanage, every camp. And then and he turns around and points up at you guys. They said that they found you and they found me and brought me to you. And you just see her eyes are just glass of just tears welling up. And she just says, "Daddy." And she lets go and she charges at her dad, and just they grab each other, catch each other, just sobbing with each other and talking about how they've missed each other, how they're so happy that they're both still alive. "I thought you were gone. I thought I was alone." And he whispers into her ear, but you can loud enough for you guys to hear, "I'm sorry. You will never be alone again, sweetheart." And then he picks her up and he turns around to look at all of you guys, and he's just got tears just all down his face. "I can't thank you enough for what you guys have done. Thank you so much."
Maybe you'd like to come inside for a cup of tea.
They look at each other again, and she like grips him super tight. Head is like tucked into his neck. I'd like that very much. And so you all start heading into the trip away.
Oh.
As we're going in, I go over and I talk to Lenny. I'm like, I'm sorry. You did the right thing. I was upset with you because it seemed to me like you were just trying to go off on a side mission and not consult us, and like we didn't matter. But seeing them reunited, you did the right thing.
It's okay.
Character development.
I just want to feel like we matter to you. That's all.
I was sipping on my tea, but I was thinking, growth.
I'm going to leave as we're walking back.
Where are
And
you,
then there's
wait,
nothing.
Well, where are you leaving to?
I'm not gonna talk to you about it. I'm going to just literally fly away and go over to the library.
Because if you're heading to the library, I was also going to say that while we're walking into town, I was going to let you know that you and I need to go back to the library together.
I know, but I'm not telling you where I'm going. I'm just leaving.
Okay.
And
He
I have
wants
to
silent
be a
feathers. You
brooding
would not even
owl.
know that I flew away.
When you leave, what is Mom doing?
Mom probably follows me, I'd assume.
Kind of hard
on the
to
ground.
ignore a
Below
giant
you.
mechanical spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're actually not that hard to track down.
Lines up a
Yeah, I
a
know.
building.
Well, there's a range on it, but yeah.
On the way to the tavern, Rathgar's like walking next to Callum with Britt. I'm assuming in his arms, right?
Yes.
And she's just like, "So has it been fun without us here? Did you enjoy my room? I hope you didn't make too much of a mess because apparently I have to pay for all those things. Remember, I broke the door jamb trying to get your cart in.
Rathgar,
Yes.
give them a moment.
Oh, but they've had like a couple. It's been like 5 seconds.
You might need to give them some more time.
Yeah, let's give
She
him
looks
some...
at Britt. What does Britt's face do?
Britt hasn't even looked up. Her head is still in his
snapped
neck.
up.
Rathgar just realizes she didn't hear a word that she said, and she goes, "Just this once." And she like steps backwards a little bit into the shadows.
Yeah, we can give him space. Mark, Kellenick, how are you guys feeling after this long journey?
Bastard.
I am doing fine. I don't have feelings. Yes, I am also doing well. Okay.
There you go.
We're brooding.
I have to go meditate in my room.
Rathgar, I wonder if how Mia and Tia are doing. Maybe you should check on them.
Rathgar has black bunny fur with a little bit of white, but you can tell she's blushing.
Aw.
And she just goes, "Wait, why? Well, it's fine."
Oh, I don't know. You seem to
It was one time that I talked about her. It was one time when she saved you. And it was she walked in and like killed a bunch of people,
no,
which was pretty
that
cool.
never happened. Remember?
What? Yeah. What? I forgot about that.
That never
What?
happened. What?
Huh? What were we talking about?
Let's go
Hey,
inside.
Grip, how you doing? It's good to see you. I don't know why they were outside for so long. I figured Lenny would be the first one to come in.
I'm heading to the stable.
I have to look after the child.
Yeah, so you guys all made it back.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of you talking, he just walks over and gives Yeleni a hug.
I feel so much relief right now.
I bet you do.
Truly, like even like out of character. Like I just went, oh, thank God.
Another adult.
Is this also just reaching like a save state?
Checkpoint.
Checkpoint, yeah.
Checkpoint.
Not save state, but save point.
But you can continue talking, whatever you were saying. I'm just letting you know while you were talking, he went over and gave her a hug.
It's been quite a trip. We found what we originally left for. We acquired it.
Why? I was saying let Dulaka finish what he was saying.
Sorry.
I mean, because he was walking over at the same time. Sorry.
We found what we left for. We acquired it. And but also we ran into it's kind of strange. We ran into Bryce, but then up in that town
Eurosa.
Eurosa.
I was gonna say urea. I couldn't.
Urethra?
Urea,
no,
like
you called it
diarrhea.
ureola or something like that.
Soriolus. Sorialis. Sariola.
Anyway, we ran into
Bad
Sorry,
names
Dewey.
out.
Wow.
Sorry, dude.
Keep working on your spelling.
Okay.
So squirrely.
and Bryce was apparently potentially kidnapped by
By the ass pumpkin.
by the we've also found a remnants of possibly the same assassin we saw earlier. So we let the guards, the crown guard, to know to get in touch with you if there's any word on locating Bryce. But that's kind of weighing on us a little bit. But there was not really any kind of trace left behind for us to follow. So felt like we needed to come back and regroup. But I just want to put that on your radar.
So he takes you guys all into his office. Those of you that are there, he takes you guys leads you into the office. So tell me more about this. Who? Bryce was there?
The
But now
pumpkin
he's gone.
seeds took him.
What
Both
happened
were
to your
surprising.
accent, Flip?
Hey, I'm working on getting it back, okay? Shut your freaking pie hole, okay?
Hey.
Pumpkin pie hole.
It's quite beautiful. Thank you very much.
So what happened?
Yeah, right. I don't know where Rathic went.
Usually he kind of does the debrief in here, but
You fought a
yeah,
chimera?
we went into town. Yeah, there was a ceremony kind of thing for.
You're doing great, Dewey.
There's a whole lot that happened before that. But
Rathgar's tapping his hand. You're doing so good. Rubbing his hand like this. You're doing so good.
Hey, that -1 charisma has worked once. It can happen again.
Would you like me to take over, Dewey?
Yeah, sure. I'm kind of going in.
Okay, all right. So she reaches into her bag and pulls out the Lux Solus.
Oh yeah.
And she puts it on her.
Oh yeah.
You had a Rathgar moment.
You know that thing that we originally left to retrieve, and we acquired.
Dewey's all, where'd we get that?
Oh yeah.
So we found the ruins of Shattenborough, and I will leave out the minor details that do not require bearing, but
I almost turned it to gold.
it's true. She has learned
And
a
now all
lesson.
my gold is gone.
We fought a chimera to get this Lux Solus, and then Mark IV needed to make a detour into Eurosa to go to a memorial service of sorts.
He
So
has
we
a lot
all
of dead friends.
joined him there. And then we met Callum, Brit's father, and essentially brought him back. So here we are.
And also
Oh, I like
the
that.
Bryce thing.
And also the Bryce thing. We met, we found pumpkin seeds that resembled the ones that were at the previous assassination, and as Dewey was saying, well, why did you take over from here, Dewey?
Well, and at some point we have to get a golden body. Because of a curse. I'm not Dewey, though.
Yeah, we kind of ran afoul of an imp, but sort of figured that out. So,
If you're leaving chests everywhere in a tomb, you shouldn't curse people because anyone's gonna take it.
yeah.
Look of bewilderment.
Anyway, yeah, in the ceremony, we saw Bryce from afar. We're kind of like, we were surprised to see him there because it's a pretty far stretch from Allfield. But then before we got a chance to catch up with them, they disappeared, and we found traces of those same pumpkin seeds from the assassin. And so we're kind of concerned about what may have happened to them. Their Crown's Guard from Eurosa are investigating, but there's always so
They're
much
not
we
good
could
at their
do.
jobs.
But we let them know to get in touch with you if they find anything, to kind of pass it on to us. So we hope they're okay, Bryce. But not much seemed like we could do at that point. So and then we also needed to get Gollum back to his family. And now we're
Yes,
here.
the captain said that he would contact you if he had more information or if he needed use of us.
Did Bryce pass through on their way up? Mention anything? It's kind of on the way.
Yeah, I didn't see Bryce. I heard that he passed through though, but yeah, I knew he was going to the Battle of Varglass memorial service, but I didn't get a chance to talk to him on his way through.
Well, I guess that does, at the very least, confirm that Bryce was in fact Bryce. I can't say much else beyond that.
What else could he have been?
I don't know. I've seen some weird magic around here. Just kind of
Is
in
that-
general.
Is there any part of you, Flip, that would consider Bryce being the assassin?
Nah, there's no way. I've known Bryce for a very long time.
Yeah, I don't.
It was just one of the theories that was bouncing around in our minds since it seems to be a recurring.
It did seem
situation.
more likely that the two other folks kidnapped the one Bryce, but
The one Bryce. Not the two Bryce, but the
Two folks, one Bryce.
hey,
Oh,
what
God.
can I
That video.
say? I'm a hippo who's good with their words.
Nah, I'm pretty sure that you know, there's no way he's the assassin. I mean, I introduced Dulaka to Bryce quite a few years ago. I mean, he's a stand-up guy, but
So if
Why
he
he's
is
being
the
kidnapped,
assassin,
I
it's
don't-
your fault.
Duloc is the assassin.
Huh?
Don't give it
Let's
away.
just keep going.
I've never known hippos to like pumpkin seeds.
As Flip is
Anywho.
chewing on a pumpkin seed. No, I'm kidding.
Larry,
Yeleni would never find love
Larry,
again.
Larry. Let's
She's like,
not
I
have
will-
that happen.
She's like, I will kill you now.
That's not okay.
All right, so Rathgar brought me Brit, right? You know,
Yep, that was
me and Tia, we're all watching out for Brit, but now you're saying that you brought her dad back, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So she's not an orphan anymore.
Nope.
That's good. I always like to see when families come back together.
We don't know.
But now you're seeing that. Go ahead.
As you say, we don't know if her dad has any kind of money or any kind of thing to support each other, to support her,
He
and
said-
like that. But they are together.
Unless
So
he's
they-
an assassin and he gets his money from doing that.
It's yeah. You never know where to expect it.
At this point,
That's what I'm
everybody
saying.
that Rathgar meets is an assassin.
I slowly draw my pistol.
But,
Rathgar goes, "What if I'm the assassin?"
It's been Tierney all along.
You see a bat with a giant with a bow.
Right, it's Todd. It's fucking Todd.
I need some material for my narrative.
The bat is flying around with a garrote.
A garrote and a book.
In a
That's what he's
book.
got.
Right. All based on a true story.
Yeah. I have to find his full name. I think I wrote it down. It's like
It's in Discord
All right,
somewhere.
but now we
Yeah.
got this issue with Bryce. So you need to figure that out. We're still trying to figure out all this crap about the bloodied chaos.
We
Things are
need to-
piling up.
Yeah, we need to find the rest of the magical items as well. We found the Luxolis, obviously, but I haven't been able to make hide nor tail of it. It doesn't seem to be responding to anything. So I'm not sure how it's going to help, or if it indeed will help. It just seems to exist.
I think from what I heard, it was in the books. It's something that was needed, at least for this Kinnick guy. I don't know, but I'm not sure how it works. We'll have to figure that out. But what about the gold guy?
There was an imp who had put a curse on Rathgar and Yami because they both got stabbed with the little poison dot, and both were trying to get into the chests. And so, as a means of trying to prevent Rathgar from being fully taken over as a gold rabbit, we agreed to go on a quest for him and acquire a golden person, another person of his that had gotten away, but eventually turned fully into gold. But we ended up being able to avoid that by way of a remove curse spell, and well, that's just kind of been put on the back burner for now, since it seemed less pressing than returning Brit's father to her. So at some point I would like to resolve that little tiny loose end, but aside from that, I think we've done a relatively decent job.
Yeah, I think that's a good choice to at least bring the living person, back to reunite with his daughter. That's good. I like those kind of happy endings.
Me too.
So, he notices Dulaka's smirk.
No, he doesn't. Dulaka's got a cold dead eyes of a hippo.
You're just going,
Just one.
just one. All right, well, so we're waiting for some Crown's Guard to come here and let us know some information about Bryce.
At least, keeping an eye out, keeping an ear out.
I think we're going to check back in with the Cobalt Soul at some point as well. Just about the next potential magical thing that we might need.
Have you
The next weapon.
heard anything one way or the other about anything?
As far as the
either the activity of the those fellas that were kind of chasing after the stuff we were, or about mysterious magical artifacts from eons ago that are suddenly resurfacing.
I haven't heard anything yet, but you guys hear a knock on the door as Mia is coming in, and
Hrothgar.
Which one was it, Mia or Tia?
was
It was
Mia.
Mia.
Oh, okay, thank you for reminding. See, I don't even remember.
So as Mia walks in and
Hrothgar hides behind Lenny's legs. Peeks out like a child.
and she looks over at Flip. Oi, so there's a. Wow, geez, I made her all same as Flip.
Which
what the hell?
accent's this one again?
Wow.
I didn't
Ah.
even notice. I didn't even
Wow.
fucking notice.
I was enjoying it. I was
I
gonna
love
just
it.
let it happen.
I was not able to pull it out. I'm like, where'd my British go? Where'd that go? Right, Flip. So there's someone outside that she saw the everything that went on with Brit, and she wanted to come in and have a little talk. Is that okay? I mean, I think we're finishing up here, right?
Would you like us to leave? Did it sound like it needed to be a private conversation?
No, I don't think so. No, no. Let me bring her in. And as she's walking out, she notices Rathgar do a quick little peek out, and she just does a little wink as she continues out.
I love
Hrothgar
it.
clutches her little heart and goes,
So you end up seeing she brings in this other person, a female that you see this human female that comes in. Sorry, my brain locked. Go ahead, tell him what you told me. And she's like, I'm really sorry for interrupting. My name is Aranis, and I saw what you were able to do for that little girl out there, and bringing someone back for her.
oh my god, are we gonna be PIs for family members?
And look, my brother is missing.
Fucking knew it!
All I got from him, though, is this letter that he sent me before he left. Sorry. It just said, I write to you in haste, for word has reached me of a troubling rumor, whispers of a spell book, ancient and profane, hidden within the depths of the Betrayer's Rise in Bazzoxan. They say it thrums with dark energy, something not merely forgotten, but buried for good reason. I must see to this myself. If there is truth in it, such power cannot be left for others to unearth. Don't worry, I'll be cautious. I promise to return as soon as I'm able. With love, Silmorian. But
Ask and you shall receive, huh?
it's been weeks, and I don't know what to do anymore.
Do you think the evil book might be something we need for the evil thing?
That's the best lead we've got so far. I mean, kind of just walked in the door right as we were talking about it, so...
As you guys are starting to kind of do those little bit of whispers, you see Flip go,
Are you okay? Did you choke on your spit? I do that a lot.
I'm sorry.
You good?
May I ask your name?
I'm
it
sorry?
was Aranis.
It was Aranis. That's right.
Yes.
How did I remember that?
How far is the Betrayer's Rise?
It starts with an A.
Oh my god! Thanks, Dewey. I knew it. Sorry,
You see Flip kind of think to himself as he's going back on that. Bazzoxan. Betrayer's Rise. Yeah, I remember something about that place. It's probably going to be like a month, probably, to get there. It's
Oh,
quite a
gosh.
ways. It's on the east end of the continent.
So if he's been gone weeks, that's not even enough travel time to get there.
I didn't realize it was so far, but fine. I'll wait. I'm sorry to disturb you.
No.
And she turns and she walks out.
Wait!
Yeleni follows after her.
We'll never see her again.
She like opens the door and says, well, "One moment, please. I'd like to know what has you so concerned."
It's just, I'm sorry. There's just never been. He's never just taken off before, and it just seemed, with as frazzled as he was in the few days before he left, it was just. I kept asking what was going on, and he wouldn't tell me, and he was getting more and more anxious, and he just kept talking about a demon, and I don't know. I know the history of the Betrayer's Rise, and it's a portal, and it's been something that the Crown's Guard have been trying to guard for many, many, many years, that because of this portal, to try and not let these demons come out, and he just the way he left, I'm concerned.
Who's at the bar right now? Who's bartending?
It's still Nyx that's
Okay.
there.
She like flags at Nyx and like raises a hand and why don't you come inside? We'll have a drink. Let's talk this out. We apparently know a thing or two about demons, and I think we can help.
When he sees you wave, he kind of does that, "Oh, welcome back," kind of a look, and then you have a serious look on your face. He's like, "Oh," and then he grabs drinks and then brings those in.
She like pats his hand when they exchange the drinks and thank you. And she
Then he skirts back on out into the bar.
brings what was her name?
Uranus,
Aranis?
Yeah,
right?
I keep thinking Eurosa in my head. I'm like, that's not the right name.
And her brother's name is Samorian.
She brings
Silmorian.
Aranis
God damn it.
back in. Hands
Let
her
me
one
change
of the
my
drinks.
type.
His name is spelled Sylmorien.
I definitely spelled that differently.
So yeah, we bring him back in. Bring
Okay.
Aranis back in, and sit
She
her
comes
down.
in. She sits at a chair nervously.
All right. So, your brother's been gone for several weeks. He seemed to be in quite the tizzy about this Betrayer's Rise. How would you like us to help?
My keyboard stopped. Whatever. I was gonna type for you. Aranis is it's Arannis.
Thank you.
There you go. It's just that he's been following a bunch of stuff about some big demon. What's his name?
Does it rhyme with Fennec?
Kinnick? I think Kinnick.
Yeah, boy.
That sounds like the right one. Yeah.
He's been reading about this for a long time, about some history of this, but he does this all the time, just going off on these. He gets excited about stupid stuff. At least it's stupid to me, but I mean, it's just. I just thought, why? It's whatever. It's just your little hobby, whatever. And I didn't think anything of it, but then when he got so frantic and upset about all of this, and just how quickly he just took off, I think it might be a little bit more serious than I thought it was.
Lenny kind of just makes eye contact with Flip.
He kind of raises an eyebrow and kind of nods his head.
Dulaka and Rathgar look at each other, and nothing passes between them.
That tracks. I won't even deny it. I'll yes and that shit out of that one.
Oh, okay. So he's been gone. You said a couple of weeks, right? 2-3 weeks. Yeah. All right. So we already know that it's possible he's not even there yet to be able to send a message back.
What if he never made it at all?
Oh, That's a lovely thing to say in front of his sister.
And
Sorry.
Flip kind of looks at you and is kind of like that, kind of a look on his face.
She like shrugs her shoulders and goes, "I don't know what I did wrong. Like I don't know.
I don't think we should go down that path just yet. Okay.
What if he never got to the path?
All right.
Tulaka just slowly puts a hand over.
He calls for Mia. She
Yeah,
comes
Rathgar,
in.
you see like in cartoons where like somebody goes disappearing and you see the wind behind them and she's just gone. Like,
She takes off and he's like, Mia, you want to take our friend Rathgar? Where'd Rathgar
gone.
go?
Yeleni just gives Flip this knowing look, like this just silent look of appreciation.
I don't even know where she went. I have to figure that out.
So go
He's
find
moving
the
his
bat
feet
book.
under his desk and goes, woo!
Something furry brushed my leg. Ooh.
And he has a fear of rabbits too. Poor guy.
God, it's so fucking fast.
All right. So, just hang
Anyway.
tight, Mia. All right, just hang tight. I need you to stay right here. Seems to be better for everyone if you just stay right there.
You see Rathgar's like retinas from behind, like you know the shining when in animals when
Just
you
the-
shine a light.
the yellow
They're
in
just
the
like
middle of
behind
the
a
dark.
table in the back corner in the shadows.
So, he kind of looks over at Uranus, and so, okay, so, do you need us to wait a week? Actually, probably like 2 weeks to at least get a message brought back here? Or, I mean, what exactly do you need? It's just this whole demon thing. It's just really confusing to me, and I don't understand what the urgency is on this thing. Yeah, he kind of looks at the rest of you. Well, whoever's left now that Rathgar's gone, Yami and Rathik are gone.
Dewey, Lenny, and obviously Mark and Kalanick have been.
Oh.
Would have to
Kalanick,
be in
yeah.
there as well. Yeah. So he kind of looks at the four of you.
I wish they'd stop interrupting.
He looks at the four of you. I think this might be something we might need to look into. I mean, if he's saying the words Kinnick, I mean,
Yes, if he hasn't gotten himself in trouble already, it won't be long. And
Or
it's
he's
a
dead.
potential lead for us.
he looks around. What the? You heard, he may be dead. He's looking around.
You slowly see Rathgar go and hide back behind the chair that she was popping out of.
And Cyrani's just like, what's going on? I can't see.
All right. Uranus, so let us talk about it, okay? And we'll figure something out. We'll try and find you, brother.
Yeah, I think it would be good for us to have at least a day or two to regroup and then maybe go from there.
Yeah, that might also give him some time to get there, and who knows? Maybe we'll get a report ahead of time. We might be good. So Mia takes her by the shoulder and helps her, leads her out of the room. And so they end up walking out.
Rathgar shows back up immediately and she goes, "So how'd it go?"
Hey, I think we may have our next lead.
Oh, I love that. Yes. Blood and carnage, am I right?
It's a land of demons.
Yeah.
All right, so from here, well, what do the rest of you guys do from here?
What do you want
Well,
to
I
I'm
took-
going to be cutting to Rathik and Yami in a minute here. Depending on
I'm
what the
going
rest
to
of you
go
are doing.
upstairs and take a bath.
Okay.
Oh,
Rathgar's gonna eat.
And bath.
what time of day is it?
It's like I said, it was early afternoon, so 1, 2-ish, somewhere in there.
I think Dewey's probably gonna head to like the markets and stuff like that. But no.
Okay. So
And
as you guys
should
are
we
all
keep the
starting to
Lux
head out,
Solus in Flip's office.
say again.
Where should we keep the Lux Solus?
I mean, it's going to be something that you guys are using, right? So keep it with you. Figure it out. Try and see what this thing will do.
I'll keep working.
And so
at
as
it.
the rest of them are walking out, you guys say that. He grabs your arm and pulls you in, whispers in your ear, "I'm so glad you're back." Gives you a quick kiss on your way out.
Thank you.
And cutting to Rathik and Yami.
Go to Rathik first. He left first.
All right.
Oh, yeah. I just went straight there with my bag of crap. To who's? I mean, I just basically go into the library. What's the status there?
There's someone at the desk right there.
Okay. Hello. I need to talk to the archivist, and I have this, and I pull out the 3 chimera heads.
Ah, that's pretty cool. But,
Yeah.
the archivist. It's a whole building full of archivists. Anyone in particular?
Archivist Sora. I have important business. We have to talk. I have to speak to her directly.
All right. And who should I say is calling?
Rathik.
Okay. All right. Give me a second.
Sure.
He walks away, comes back. All right. Come with me.
Thank you.
Takes you on up over to her door, knocks on it, door opens up. He kind of directs you in, and then he closes the door behind you. Rathik, how are you doing?
Hello. I'm alive. For the time being, I suppose. I'm doing okay. How are you?
Oh, that's good. I'm doing okay. I'm glad that you have come in here, because I do have some news for you.
Oh?
But I'll let you go first. You came in here, and let me see what you have to say first.
Okay.
You came to see me.
A lot of stuff happened since I spoke to you last. We went to Solstice Academy, and someone shot Professor Marwin in the face while we were talking to him.
I have heard about that.
And they almost arrested all of us, but we didn't get arrested. I tried to track down who shot him, but was not able to do so. But I did find pumpkin seeds where the only advantage point might have been that they could have been, I think, shooting them from. I mean, there were 3, but I found these there, and we found them again. I believe we found them at the dungeon when we were going to retrieve the bow. And we also got the bow that Marwin mentioned. I believe it's with our bard companion. And we had a little bit of a side stop, but I think we're being followed, or that Bryce Steele is being followed, because I've found more pumpkin seeds at the inn that we were staying at, even though Bryce was not staying at that inn. And then Bryce is gone. He was at the event that we were at, and we went to try and find him, but he seemingly was absconded with or left in a hurry after a scuffle, according to a drunk person that we encountered. I don't know. We also killed a chimera, and it's been a lot. There's a lot that has happened. I don't even really... There's a lot of killing that's been happening.
Chimera?
Yeah, and I'd pull out the heads from the bag.
Oh, you've been busy, Rathik.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's going on.
Are you planning on mounting those, the same as you did the dragon?
Probably. I don't know. I thought I'd bring cool stuff back here for us.
Well, I mean, honestly, the way you're going, we're going to have to create a whole wing just for the trophies that you bring here.
Cool. That would be neat. We have like the Rathik wing of legendary.
Oh no, let's not get ahead of ourselves and naming a whole wing to yourself.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the Rathik and Friends wing of legendary accomplishments would be fine.
You are doing well, Rathik. I think you are doing well on your journeys. But I do have I suppose it's good news and bad news all at the same time. She gets up. She's kind of pacing, hands behind her back. She's kind of pondering for a while of figuring out the right words to say. And then she turns around, kind of sits on the corner of her desk, and begins talking and says, I know that you are trying to investigate or find Glafford, and that he means a lot to you, and you would definitely like to see where he's gone. And I know that at one point you assumed that he was dead. However, I did get some news that is about from 20 days ago, I believe. I was informed, credibly, I might add, that Expositor Glafford was last seen in Grimgalier. That's kind of north of Morrow Valley. The sighting was confirmed, but as far as the details of why he was there is unknown. We have no known affiliations, missions, or reasons to be tied to Grimgalier. But I wanted you to know that he is alive, at least as of 20 days ago. I would suggest that let us keep investigating. Maybe not go off on your own to try and find out what's been happening independently or anything like that. I also would not like you to spread this information out. Try to possibly keep it to yourself. If you do have people that you trust, because we're getting sparse information about Glafford and Grimgalier, maybe we can find something of why he's there. I don't know. I'm not sure. He seemed, by all accounts, to have been dead for some time.
Well, that's
So
what
this sighting is surprising.
I mean, he hasn't checked in at all?
He has not.
What could he be doing?
As I've said, we do not know yet.
It's very weird.
I have not gotten any word of anything that is going on up in the north of Morrow Valley. I know that Grimgalier is along the mountain ranges up there of Dunrock Mountains. That perhaps there's something in the mountains. I don't know. I know that there's lots of mining that goes on there. He did talk a lot about vestiges and things of that nature before he left. So I'm not sure.
Maybe.
But I wanted you to be aware that we are pretty sure that he's alive.
Okay. Well, at least he was. Maybe he's trying to find something in the mountains. That's weird. It's not like him to not check in at all.
I agree.
I don't know.
I agree. And I have known him to do this one time before, but he was cryptic when he left before. But it did turn out to be an important thing that he was doing. So what he's doing now, why he's being cryptic, perhaps it has something to do with the bloodied chaos. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't. We've kind of gone cold on that. That whole thing ended with, well, didn't end, but our trail ended with Felid, and I'm not really sure where else to go with it. I mean, we found Lux Solus, but I don't know where to go anymore. Maybe Flip or one of them might know. That's why I figured I'd come here to see if you had any thoughts or you heard anything else. Because
I haven't heard anything on that regard, on that front, but just had this information for you about Expositor Glafford.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
And I want to say that the work that you are doing is going to go a long way to the library. We appreciate it so much.
Of course. That's what I'm here to do, isn't it?
I say that you continue on your journeys.
Yeah.
Be sure to glean what you can off of other adventurers, and as you've been alone for so long, that learning from other people outside of the Cobalt Soul will do well for your growth.
I'm trying to learn from people. A lot of them are really dumb, and it makes it really hard.
Well, explain.
Well, have you ever talked to a dog?
Well, I mean, it's usually a one-way conversation.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
I see. With everyone?
Not everybody, but some of them. I'm trying. It's hard. I don't relate to a lot of them very much. I don't really understand why the motivations they have. There's things that we have to do and things that need to be done, and we're not doing them, or we're hanging out, or I don't know. There's so many feelings, and people have so many things that they want to do that it's hard to be patient, and I want to just go and do all of the things that we need to do right away. But I don't know how to handle all of that all the time.
Well, that's why I believe that this company that you keep is going to help you understand, as you put it, the feelings of others. Perhaps you learn new communication methods with this dog you're trying to talk to.
I did. Well, actually, check this out. I'll take off my helmet. And I was able to talk to her with this. But the more I use it, the more it makes me want to pass out.
When you... Give me a con save with disadvantage.
Okay. Stand by. Oh, cat. Ah.
The cat said disadvantage and ran out.
That'd be a 13.
13. As you take this off, you hear in your mind,
What? Oh, put it back.
and you are immediately falling to the floor.
Ugh.
Ugh, Karma calling Rathgar a dog. Shit. Instant karma, man.
Rathgar, are you okay? I mean, Rathik, are you okay?
Am I okay?
Your head is spinning. You're kind of like you got punched in the head, and you are just completely disoriented right now. You are, and your hand is unconsciously gripping the helmet very tightly.
That doesn't feel good.
And you just feel this starting to get worse and worse.
I think I need some help. I don't know. Don't tell me to put it back. Why are you telling me to put it back?
What are you talking about, Rathik?
I don't want to put it back on.
No.
No what? What are you talking about?
You need to roll me another con save. Still disadvantage.
16.
Nice. You're fighting this feeling with everything that you have, and you're in a state right now with your vision and stuff that you cannot see really anything around you. Everything has gone black. And you very faintly can hear Sora in the background. Like it's more kind of like mumbles in the background, like she's not even in the same room.
Mm.
And the voice is very clear to you now. Put me back on now.
Who are you? What is going on? Why can't I see anything?
As you sit there and question. Where'd it go? Hang on. So sorry. There it is. You take 5 points psychic damage.
Ouch. Ow! Did you say something? Because it did not come through.
Oh, I said now again. I hate that my whispers don't come through this.
No, I don't.
It's
I don't
very
respond well to people doing that kind of stuff to me. No.
You take another 6 psychic damage.
Oh shit.
Who do you think you are? Why would I put you back on? You're just hurting me.
Do it.
No.
More psychic damage.
3 psychic damage.
What? So is it completely? Can I feel anything, or am I in a like a projected space at this point? It's just black.
You feel like you're just floating out in space, kind of a thing. It's just completely black.
How are you even hurting me? What is going on? Why is my head hurt? I don't. This is nonsense. This doesn't make any sense at all.
This guy. Oh shoot. Ugh. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. You take 20 psychic damage on that one.
Jesus.
I have been rolling so low until that point.
Whoa.
Why do you want me to put it back? What is it? Why are you hurting me like this? I'm gonna die if you keep doing that. Then I can't put anything on.
You and I are now one.
Who are you?
I think it's safe to say the helmet's cursed.
Oh, shit.
It does not matter who I am. You chose me.
Well, I mean, let's explain this rationally. If you're going to keep hurting me to kill me...
You are no
No.
longer in control here.
Oh, that's not the case.
And that is 13 more points psychic damage.
All right, I'm not doing well. Yeah.
Most normal people at this point would have put it
Put
back
it back on.
Well, I'm not a normal person. I'm a very stubborn person with a lot of brains.
Yeah, those brains are gonna be
Yeah.
mush and all over the floor in a minute, man. You're gonna have to be rolling up a new character any minute.
Well, I mean, so how can I put it back on if I'm not like?
Well,
do I realize-
you still have motion of yourself, especially in this space. You're laying on the ground, but you have that motion of doing that.
Okay, I will put it back on so I don't die.
Okay. As you put it back on, the room starts to come to very slowly. And as you kind of you kind of roll over from this and you just hurl
Yeah.
because everything has been spinning. The feeling that you had in your head, it's like this massive pressure that was in your head.
Yeah.
Or feels like pressure, that you just, everything you've had for the last day has all come out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Rathic, Rathic, are you okay?
no, I'm not okay.
What is happening?
I can't explain it. That this thing doesn't want me to take it off.
What thing are you talking about?
Tap the helmet.
The helmet doesn't want you to take it off.
I need help.
Blink twice.
Twice.
If you're in trouble. You give me an insight check.
All right.
I guess it'd be insight.
30-20.
Okay. So as you're looking at her and you see the look on her face, she has absolutely no idea what you're talking about right now. As far as she's concerned, you passed out, got up, threw up, and got back up. She does not see at all, or that you're on your knees. She does not see at all, or did not see, that you tried to take that helmet off.
Oh shit!
Okay.
It's worse than we thought.
I mean, so I'm in the position where I would not be physically well at this point. It would be bad. Would that be noticeable by her, or?
She notices that you seem to be
Vomited
out of
in
it.
front of her.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, you passed out, smacked your head on the floor.
Yeah. I'm just gonna kind of.
We are one.
I'm going to cure wounds myself, level 2.
He saw, oh God, help me.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't mean to do that twice, but that was a double click.
Oh, 14.
Yeah, it should be 14.
Okay.
I'm putting.
Rathik, I don't understand. You were standing here talking to me, and then you passed out, you fell on the floor. Are you concussed?
The
I mean,
helmet
you're
told me
showing
that
signs of concussion.
I tried to take off the helmet. It told me that we are one, and it hurt me, and it almost killed me just now. Oh my God!
You were just standing there.
I know. I tried to take off the helmet. It told me we are one. It won't let me take it off, and I almost died right now.
You don't understand. You were just standing there, your hands at your sides.
I get it. I understand. I wanted to take it off, and it told me we are one, and I can't take it off.
I'm sorry, Rathik. On your explorations and off with these new friends, are you drinking?
No, I'm not. Look at the helmet.
It looks like an ordinary helmet.
It's not. It won't let me take it off.
I find that absurd.
Then take it off of me, please.
She goes to try and take it off, and you, as soon as she touches it to try and take that off of you, give me a sec. You end up taking 10 psychic damage from her touching it.
Damn.
I said, leave it on.
It hurts, and it said I need to leave it on. And I will cure wounds myself again.
So you kind of jerk out of her reach when that happens. I don't understand, Rathik. You tell me to take it off, then you jerk your head away.
It won't let me let you.
All right. Rathik, I've told you about Glafford. I have listened to the stories of your adventures. But you are not acting right. Perhaps you need to rest from all this journey that you've had.
I need your help.
From what? You said take it off, you jerked away.
I didn't mean to jerk away. I'm not trying to. It is hurting me, and I can't take it off. It won't let me let you take it off. It talks to me.
I think you should probably go now.
I
have work.
I really need your help. Can you
From a
examine
helmet?
it? The helmet says that we are one, and I can't take it off. And it won't let me take it off. And when I tried, it hurt me really badly. And when you tried, it hurt me again really badly.
How about I do this? I will talk to some of our wizards and sorcerers and see if they have heard anything of any kind of artifact or anything that is remotely in this ballpark. What's a ballpark?
Okay. I mean, remotely in this dungeon park, I don't know. Sure. I don't like this.
Where did you find the helmet?
We found it when we killed the dragon.
Was the
It was in
dragon
his treasure
wearing
hoard.
it?
No, it was in
Treasure
the treasure hoard.
So no telling where this may have come from.
I have no idea. I didn't identify a spell on it, and it told me it had. I could use it to talk to people through my mind, and it worked for a little bit, and then it started making me pass out when I would do it, and now I can't take it off, and it won't let me take it off.
I would suggest not trying to take it off for now. What is it that you are doing to feel dizzy?
Well, it lets me telepathically communicate.
Oh, that doesn't sound so bad.
No, it sounds great until I tried to do it, and then it made me pass out.
Well, yes, that sounds bad.
Yeah. And then I tried to hand it to you to take a look at it, and I couldn't see, and it started talking to me, which it hasn't done before, and I think I almost just died.
Well, I did not see you try and take it off, so I'm not sure on that point. But let me talk to some more people in the library, and we will try and figure this out.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm going to go and take the creepy voice helmet with me and go drop off the chimera.
Okay.
Thank
And so
you.
you end up leaving out of her office.
Yeah.
After all that, we will cut to Iyami.
Well, yeah, I just went to the stables to go see how much it would be to house my horse, so I'm not... Because, it needs to
His
go...
new best friend.
Well, no, I bought a horse. Now that I'm in a town, it needs to go into a stable because I can't just bring a horse into random buildings.
Yeah.
Well, you can't just do
You're
what Mom
not-
does?
We can't all be Rathgar and just shove carts through doors and break them in the process.
I mean, you can. You just don't have the charisma to do it.
Yeah, I just want to stable my horse and then go to the library because I was told that when I came back to town, I needed to go to the library.
Okay.
They said, when you come back, we need to see you to figure out the results of your magic test.
Wow. Yikes. Alrighty.
Don't put your dick in a potato.
Oh, God.
Yikes.
It's just-
Anywho.
Yeah.
Starch and yeast are different things, my friend.
Both
Okay,
congeal.
so you end up getting to the stable, and the person there lets you know that it's going to be 5 silver to house it, stable it.
Okay, is that like per day or is
Per
that
day.
like for the week? Okay. Could you go ahead and watch after him? I'm just gonna pay you in advance for the next 3 days. I'm still gonna come visit him every day, but I'll go ahead and pay you in advance so you don't have to worry about your invoicing or whatever you guys need to do for your payment stuff. So 15 silver.
All right.
All right. And then I'm gonna go to the library because
Okay.
Sora said that she needed to see me when I got back in town because of whatever results that they got that I have no idea about.
Was it
Sora's
Sora
gonna
or
think we're
Milo?
all on drugs.
I thought it was Milo.
I don't know, whoever Rathic took me to.
Milo
Yeah.
is the person that was talking to him, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I probably
Then,
would
yeah.
find you there.
Then, yeah, I gotta go see Milo.
Okay. So you end up going to the library there, and the same person checks you in. Are you two passing? No, probably not. No,
I don't know.
because your thing went on for a little while there, Rathic.
Well,
So
then,
Yami, you end up
maybe. 'cause I
talking to them.
I just went to the stable and then right to the library, so maybe.
Yeah, and so he brings out Milo for you, and oh, Yami, yes.
Hello!
How are you?
I'm good. You said you needed to see me when I got back. I put my horse into a stable. I have a horse now, by the way. And yeah, and then I came back like I promised.
Okay, well, I have done some research. I have not been able to find everything yet, but
Okay.
I was able to find some things.
Cool.
That as I began to dig through historical records, old texts, similar cases of unconventional patron relationships, I have begun to put things together that there are certain patrons that use warlocks more as a conduit rather than providing the spell ability to the warlock. And we just found that you are possibly more like a living vessel for the patron that allows the magic to go through you as opposed to you actually casting.
Vessel. So I have a thing inside me?
Well, that's the way the relationships mostly work. It's either in you or part of some, possibly an item you are carrying, that they usually come through those parts. It seems that some of these, it's extremely rare for this type of thing to
Item.
happen.
Well, all I have is this grimoire and sword thingy, and I conjure sword.
Oh,
Well, all I have is this is like the only item that I carry with me all the time.
it's probably a good point of fact that is probably what it is using to get through to you. Yes?
So this is possessed?
Well, I guess if you're going to use such vulgar terms that, yes, it is possessed in a way that the patron is able to channel through that into you.
So how do I talk to it?
Well, I believe the relationship would just need to start. Normally, between a warlock and a patron, they do have a relational piece
Okay.
together that you possibly would need to talk and try to learn more from this patron. Do you know the patron?
No, I don't think
Well,
so.
shit. Then we need to do more study. But the only way that we could probably do more study is to keep that here, but I think that would be a
no-go.
detriment
I'm
to
gonna
you.
put my sword back in the grimoire. That's a no-go. This is like my only weapon, and it's the best weapon I have, and I'm not leaving this anywhere.
Understood. Well, I suppose... Let's see. I have noticed that there are similar cases. What I have seen in these cases is that a personal trial would have to go through in order for that communication to start, or a very specific act of will. But that's going to be based on what your patron is expecting or wants to have. Do you follow?
I do. So I gotta wait for the sword to tell me that the sword wants to talk to me?
I suppose that's what I have seen in the records. I have seen that it is very powerful to be able to use you as a conduit, and eventually, from what I understand, there's not much written on this, but what I understand is that eventually the patron will transfer that over to you, to where then you can be the caster, but in the moment it seems that you are only a vessel that this patron is working through.
So that's why people think that I have magic when I don't have magic, because I kind of have magic and I didn't know that I had magic?
I would say that's a good point.
So how would I
Very
use
much
it?
so.
How would I use it now? So I can help my friends.
Well, I suppose what is happening is that the patron has a connection with you, you see, and as you begin to think about what you are trying to do with your comrades, if you're discussing about battle or whatever it is that you're trying to do in summoning magic, that your patron is understanding your thoughts and trying to bring that magic out. So that might explain why you, as you've said, do not cast magic, but to everyone else it appears that you are the one casting magic.
I'm not crazy. This makes so much more sense. Thank you.
I'm so happy to clarify that.
Fantastic. Thank you. Do you have any material that I can take back with me to just read up more on how all this stuff works?
Just what I have told you so far. I am still trying to dig for more specific information that I can hand off onto you.
Okay, I would appreciate that. We're going to be in town for a while, I think. Okay. Yeah, thanks. Also, while I'm here, do you guys have any books that would tell me how, which different pieces of animals can be turned into magical items or clothing or weaponry or what have you? Like, say, what I could turn these dragon teeth into, or like something on like the basics of it, like turning a displacer beast into a displacer cloak and stuff like that.
So like recipes for dummies kind of a book.
Kind of, but more of which animals to harness and which materials to harvest while I'm adventuring, so that way I know which ones are both useful and valuable.
Yes, like I said, recipes for dummies would tell you what pieces you need to create whatever item you're looking for, and that would allow you to be able to understand what you need to search for.
Then yeah,
yes?
the Dum Dum Cookbook. Yes, I would take
Dum Dum
that.
Cookbook.
I will take that.
I will work on getting that for you. And where are you staying?
I don't know yet. I'm not sure.
Well, that makes it difficult for me to deliver it.
I don't know.
Trip away in.
Well, yeah, no, I know that, but
Oh,
Yami was
okay.
never told that. Yeah, no, there's last time I was in this town when I had met my friends that were staying at some place. There's a dude named Flip. If you know who a Flip is.
Yes, you mean the trip away.
Oh, yeah, I think they said that at one point. Yeah, no, yes, yeah, I'm staying at that place.
We will have a book delivered.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Do you need me to pay you anything for it, or? I mean, I know
No,
you're
it's
a
part of the
library,
library.
I know you're a library, not a shop, but like delivery
You just bring the
fees.
book back when you're done.
Yeah, but how does the person that's delivering it get paid?
They work here. Part of their job.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Very good. Very good.
I appreciate it. And then I'm immediately gonna go to my room.
Okay.
Back at the trip away.
All right. What is everyone else doing?
I was
I'm
going to
going
say
back to
something
bed.
snippy.
I'm going back to. God, actually,
I'm heading to a market, like into town.
yeah. What time is
Roscar's
it?
eating.
Okay. Yeah, it's roughly 4 or 5-ish right now.
I got to go to the blacksmith to check in on my job.
Who are the current? I know that most of the vendors are traveling vendors. Who are the current vendors?
So currently, the traveling merchants that are there right now are musical instruments, ammunition, and scrolls and forgeries. Those who are the people that are there right now.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Musical instruments. There's a cart that's there that is full of different types of instruments. You have one that's there for ammunition, and you have one that is there that is advertising scrolls and forgeries.
You can buy a hurdy-gurdy and a dulcimer.
Those are like my favorite instruments.
I know.
I would like to go to the carts, please.
Okay.
None of that sounds super interesting to Dulaka. I think I'm probably just gonna head into the Penta Market and go to the
That's all
normal
fucking
stuff.
lame, so I'm gonna go
market.
over here.
The Penta
That's
Up Market. Yeah, I was gonna head to the Penta Market. I want more raw materials and anything, and I might stop by the Invulnerable Vagrant and see if there's any kind of gemstones or tuning, anything like tuning related,
Okay.
as far as like planar travel and stuff like that.
There. Okay. So, because everyone else has had some time, we'll go to you then. So you're going into the witchy now.
Who are you
into the-
talking to? Is it Peter?
Yeah, who?
Yeah, Peter. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
In my brain, I'm like, why don't you guys know this?
Yeah, I was like, it could be Lenny or Peter.
Well, first I'm gonna go.
Lenny or Cat or Peter.
I am Lenny. I am Lenny, darling. They're the same person.
I am who I am.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna head to the Penta Market and stop by like the smithery there and just try and get some more, just a little bit more raw materials of some just different kinds and see if there's just some different metals that I could get some of, and then head to the Invulnerable Vagrant after that
Okay.
to find anything more attuned-ish.
All right. So there is the between Hammer and Anvil, Armor Smith, and then you got an armor and shields at the Mithril Maiden. That's pretty much, and then general supplies at the Bold Barrel Outfitters.
Cool. Well, we'll start with the Mithril Maiden. And
Mithril Maiden. Okay.
Hey, I'm just trying to pick up a little bit of raw material. Nothing big, nothing fancy. Just a couple different kinds of metals. If you got some titanium, some bronze, if you got a little bit of either gold or silver, that's already kind of melted down more for crafting purposes. Anything that's generally kind of strong for kind of more magic-y things. Any mithril, I mean, it's in your name. If you got some of that, that'd be very interesting to me. Hi, I'm Dulaka.
That was a lot of talking to start. But I do have some of what you're looking for.
Yeah, great.
Currently, I have 3 mithril shirts. Mostly the weapons that we have. I have a few that are damaged in the back. That might be some of the metal that you need.
Yeah, that sounds great. Anything that's a kind of lower quality, that's not something that's gonna sell normally, or just some raw material sounds perfect to me.
I see. Well, for the mithril, that it's going to be very tough for me to let go.
How much are you kind of asking for it there?
That I will probably let go for 800 gold pieces apiece.
Well, how about those broken things in the back?
Yes, the broken things in the back. Those will be... It depends on the amount, the weight that you are looking for.
More looking for variety here. I'm just gonna be kind of playing around, trying some different things. So, don't need a lot. Just need maybe what do you say, an ingot of each, or a little bit less,
Yes, I could...
or something that could be turned into that.
And he brings out this amount of silver and a little bit of titanium. He tells you that for a ingot size amount.
Peter doesn't know how much an ingot is. I just said that from Skyrim. So
Yeah, that's totally fine. I'm picturing the blocks in my mind.
Oh my
So,
god. What a nerd.
He brings out like a pail that's probably about 3/4 full of silver scrap, basically, that's enough to be melted into a normal ingot size. And tells you that that's probably going to cost probably about 20 silver for that amount there.
Perfect.
And then for the titanium, he brings out enough to make, lets you know that he has enough for a half ingot, that he says that he can let go for approximately 15 gold for the titanium pieces.
That all sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and just do that there.
And there you go. Ching! You hear the little money in the background.
Alrighty, I'm adding that to my inventory. We got a titanium ingot. Thank you very much, Mrs. Mithril
You're
Maiden.
welcome. And then what do you do next?
Gonna head to the invulnerable vagrant.
Okay. Cha-ching, cha-ching. You walk into the store there, and because you've been in a few times, they kind of know you at this point from the amount of times you've been in there. Hey there, Dulaka. How you doing?
Oh, hey. Good to see ya.
Hey, it's been some time. You've been on some adventures,
Yeah.
I take it.
We're kind of heading up north and up and around and back again. So, how have you been, Mr. Soul?
Yeah, we've been doing all right. All the four of us, yeah, just every day working on the store, right?
That's great. Lovely to hear. I'm looking for any kind of either magical amulets, gems, something that I'm kind of looking into the sort of attuning to different planar kind of things. So, if you got anything that it might be, I'm doing some tinkering, some enchanting kind of things myself. So, kind of a sort of a starter kit to the outer planes or something like that. If you got anything,
Yeah, those are always kind of fun to do, right?
hasn't it? Yep.
Yep. Well, you know, I think we have some scraps, you know, lady. Hey, do we have some scraps back there? Oh, yeah, don't you know? We have a few of them. So how much are you looking for?
I think just enough to kind of get going a little bit here. Just maybe a couple different, I don't know, maybe like a half a pound scraps or something like that, depending on how heavy the, I hold up the bucket of silver, just like, it's just kind of, yeah, I mean, you're the enchanting, you know more than I do. I just kind of got this.
Oh, yeah,
this and
don't
this,
ya?
so something kind of to match with what that is. Take a couple tries.
What about you're looking for jewels to go in there, yeah?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Is I kind of haven't done this before, but it's sort of my best guess as far as how to get started.
Yeah, I think we have just the thing back there. Yeah, let me know if you got some broken pieces back there, eh? Oh, yeah, there's some over there. Maybe I got some for you. Hang on.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Runs to the back real quick. He comes back. He's got not a bucket. It's like a little, almost like a little half bowl kind of a thing that he brings out. Hey, I got some stuff here for you that it's probably gonna cost. I could let go of it, you know, for about 35 to 40 gold.
Well, you've been so kind to me. Why don't we meet in the middle? How about 37?
I like this guy. Hey, I like this guy. Oh, I love when he comes back to the store. All right, 37.
Thank you so much. And just to clarify, what exactly is in this this box of scraps right here?
Well, you have some shards of some rubies there. You see the red, and then you got some blues from some sapphires that a little clear. Looks like glass, but it's not glass. Of course, it's diamonds, right?
Oh, perfect.
They're small pieces, though.
That seems like quite a bit to get started, huh?
It should help you.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, I think I got what I needed.
All right, bye-bye for now. We're gonna get back to work,
All right, sounds good. Always a pleasure, Puma Soul.
Always a pleasure.
I'll see you later.
Now,
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
Now what? Cheese curds.
I feel like my entire existence has been appropriated.
Was that like a family reunion for you?
Oh, it was painful. I'm very happy that you both
Hey.
got enjoyment out of that.
Wasn't my choice. That's the way that character was created.
Oh, absolutely.
Also, who my character, before I realized this was going to be taking place in Exandria into Zadash, who my character was kind of based off of. So, hey,
Good times,
what are
eh?
you going to do?
Oh yeah, you hockey hoser.
Okay, so what's everybody else doing?
Lenny was gonna go do market stuff.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't have to, though.
Okay, I'm just saying you were
If
the
y'all are-
next
if
person
y'all
to
are-
speak up.
No, I'm
10 minutes later,
absolutely-
Lenny
that's-
walks into Pumat Soul's shop.
I feel like I know this from a past life.
Hey, well, thank you everybody for joining us. And we had a great time, and we'll see you guys all next time.
Bye, fans.
Bye. Thanks for watching.